think I'm just gonna I think I'm just gonna run this for a minute today. Um, yeah, running late today. Sorry about that. You guys waited. I mean, we're already almost 10 minutes past the time, so I'm just gonna just gonna get into it. Um, so we're doing a thing today. My mods here, Day and Dog, have prepared some brackets to go through. Uh, I guess I'm just gonna kind of figure this out as I go along with it. Um, And yeah, your spell did work, dog. I did. I mean, I did not do that on purpose, but I just nothing was really quite set up right going into the stream, so it just took a bit longer. Womoko and thumbnail based. Yeah, I think they were a good choice. I mean, I don't know if I'm actually gonna have to choose between the twins, but as a demonstration of the concept, it's kind of interesting. Watching a final member stream, but also have to see Hardy Simp. Fair enough. That's good for me because I always forget due to Fire Emblem again. Also fair. Like, I mean, that's a game very easy to get sucked in. But I now have the link, so we're going to be putting this up in here. And here is the site we're using, Bracket Fights. Oh, so this is not just Hololive, I see. The first one. Maybe we threw some other ones in just to. I'm not gonna go look ahead. Let's stick. Let's be surprised. So it's a VTuber showdown. Uh, I guess. Um, but yeah, it's a custom bracket that my mods have set up. So I'm guessing it's going to be all VTubers I know, which should be fun. We're starting with a hard one too, like similar talents in a way. We have Sora and I. This is Tokino Sora from Hololive and Kizuna I, who is really the one who popularized the idea of VTubers. I think it depends on the person if she is actually the first VTuber. But yeah, she popularized the term. She was my first Oshi. Like, she is where I was introduced to VTubers back in, like, I think late 2017. So yeah, she really introduced me to the concept. Sora, I also like. And I'm considering a lot of things here. Like, I'm considering basically 3 main criteria for who I'm going to pick in these brackets. One is basically the totality of the design, like not just like hotness, but just visual appeal in general, and like theming, all of that. 2 is content, how much I enjoy their content, and that could be streams, that could be music. Like for the Hololive girls, a lot of it is going to be what I know from their music. And then 3 is like personal connection, which is something that I feel much more with the ones that I actually watch a lot. Like the Hololive EN girls are probably going to win that quite heavily when they come up. But I think it's in that metric where I really probably comes up over Sora. Like, I used to watch her a whole lot. I don't watch her as much nowadays, I'm sad to say. They kind of, I feel like the people who manage her channel kind of dropped the ball a little bit along the way. There were some missteps, things they tried that didn't really work out. Like trying to add other voice actresses as other eyes and weird things like that. But and like the channel took breaks, and Eyes going strong again now, kind of. I mean, she's not really what she once was, but I mean, she was an Oshi of mine at a point. Sora never was. I like her. I like her music, but I think this is pretty clear. Okay, so Achan versus Notica. Our 2 staff members. And gotta say, this isn't really a contest for me. I think Chan is the more memorable staff member. Monika's cute, but I prefer Chan's design. Like the glasses, it's just very iconic. Um, and Chan's personality was great. I mean, she actually spoke English, so she uh, participated in a lot of not just that she spoke English, she learned English with like in months just so she could participate on the inside. She was really just above and beyond for her job. Um, and like really Hololive, just knowing the backstory, like she was like as much a part of the founding of it as Sora and Yago. So I think yeah, Achan doesn't even get enough credit as she as she gets. Like she's kind of special, special. Not I can't say talent, but a special part of Hololive. Okay, so we have Kanata versus Toa. Um, well, I don't think this one is very close for me. I like Kanata. I think she has a lot of great content. I like her design. But of those three metrics I mentioned, I think Toa wins in all accounts. Like, I love Toa's music. I love her design. And I've watched more of her on stream. I feel more connection to her personally. So, like, this one isn't really that hard to me. Like, Kanata's great. I'm sad she graduated, but Toa wins. Okay, now we have the Bayris competition. Um, hmm. Well, again, I think I already know the answer, but just to break it down, um, they're both talents I really appreciate. Um, they both have like great music. Um, like Snake Eyes from Bay, great song. Bay has a lot of great songs. Her album is underrated. Um, and like basically, she has so much good stuff. But Iris has kind of solidified herself as my promise Oshi. Uh, and that's before we even started losing people. Like she was the one um, who just kind of made the impression on me. I like how silly she is. She's very just uh, I don't know. She's like the one that they all tease, and it's kind of easy to root for someone like that. And she's kind of found an interesting niche musically with the whole Eurobeat thing. Like no one else in Hololive is really committing to a sound like that. Um, and I don't know, her concept, the Nephilim thing, I think that's pretty cool. Like Bay, it's interesting, but it's like rat chaos. It's a bit, uh, I don't know. But yeah, I like the whole kind of like split dark and light type theming, and I don't know. I feel like I'm more attached to Iris, and I see that's like a full bracket there. So I'll take a moment to read chat. I choose I since she has a longer career than Sora. Yeah, Annoying Orange was the first VTuber. A lot of people will argue with that now. I mean, that has been an argument. I always thought they looked similar. Also, every first matchup has been carefully considered by me to be as interesting as possible, or at least have a theme. Yeah, I can see the thought already behind these. They all like we had the angel demon for like Toa Kanta, Bayris. It's kind of a ship. This one right in front of me, there's similar kind of uh, characters in a way. Um, so yeah, I think you did a good job with it, Day. The most important factor for Artie is bust size. That is not true. I think, I mean, so far, I think it's probably been true, but there will be there will be something. There will be one where it doesn't work that way. Just you wait. I will go against that at some point during this. I've been watching some cool streams like Iron Mouse watching her friend Speed Dog cycling all around Japan. Yeah, that's the thing he does. I've heard about him doing that before, so this is I guess he's doing it again. Model froze, I think. Damn it! And it does it. Don't know why I did. Right before the stream, I restarted my computer. That's one of the reasons I was late. So I don't know why VTube Studio is struggling so much. Worked fine when I was recording videos today. Hopefully it works without issue for the rest of the stream. I can't imagine. I mean, this is just a browser. It's just Opera. Why? It's not. It's not even on that computer. Like, this computer is only running OBS. So we'll start it back up. Hopefully this does the trick. All right. Get rid of that. Okay. Can't. Did I mispronounce? I might have dropped a syllable. Kanata. Does Artie like the beat drop? Of course I do. Who made this bracket? Why Ina against Mume? You can blame Day. So far, it's probably been true. Yes. I wonder if Artie can guess who I added to the bracket. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Talking about Beirut gave you the Ian curse. Okay, that explains it. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, let's finally do this. We have Nico and Coco. And I mean, I gotta say, I love Nico, but I think it's probably too early. Like, but then again, at this point, I've probably I haven't had a chance to really engage with her content as much. Like, I mean, I guess I could have, but like, she doesn't get clipped a lot. Like, that's the thing. I don't see a lot of Nico clips. I think she has a great design, and she's really charming in everything I've seen her in, and she has a beautiful voice. But she hasn't really produced many original songs yet. I mean, of course, Coco only ever produced the one, so yeah. But I don't know. I mean, Coco. While she was there, she was like a really, really special talent. Like, just like she's the one who kind of brought me to Hollow in a way. Like, I mean, it started with Corone clips, but Coco made it stick. Coco, her Reddit reviews and just all the silly stuff she was doing, it really, really is what pulled me in and made me a fan. So I think this is clear. Okay. This would have been easier like half a year ago. Now it's a competition. I think the answer is still the same, but I've been really, really Flair has been fast developing as someone I really appreciate. Um, she's had some songs that I really like, and I don't know. I just I'm seeing more clips of her. Like, her whole thing with Ina is adorable. Um, she's she's great. I really appreciate Flair a whole bunch. Uh, but and I probably actually like her content. Or no, I like her. Like, in terms of the three criteria I mentioned before, she wins in personal connection. But I think in the other two areas is where Noelle comes out on top. Because Noelle has probably my favorite design of all the JP girls, and I know you're gonna say something about that, but it's not just the obvious. It's I like the armor. I like the whole knight aesthetic a whole lot. Um, like, that's always just something I find cool. Um, and I also really like. I think even though I really like a lot of Flair's recent songs overall, in terms of when I think about their catalog of music, I think Flair wins. Um, Flair, or not? I think Noelle wins. Like, she has a lot of really catchy, really fun songs that are just overall enjoyable. So, um, I think, yeah, even though Flair has grown on me a lot very recently, Noelle comes out on top by a slight margin. So this is Doki Bird. Is this this is Chibi Doki, right? I do have a a video scheduled where I'm going to be reacting to some clips of hers in a couple weeks, I think. But I don't actually know much about her at all. I'm not really that deep in the Doki Bird either. I like sympathize with her a lot because I'm aware of what happened to her. But I haven't seen too much of her content, though. Really, the biggest thing I saw from her was that Rule 30 Fortnite stream, which did make an impact on me. I mean, that made me made a big enough impression that I wanted to play the game. So I mean, I guess I got to give it to Doki Bird. I mean, I'm not super familiar with either, but I'm more familiar with her, and I've seen more content. Design, I mean, Chibi Doki is pretty. She's pretty distinctive, but I think Doki Bird still wins. I guess just from what I know. So we have our. This is Bao and Shy Lily, right? They're both sea mammals. Like Bao is a whale, and Shy Lily, is she also a whale? Maybe they're both whales, even. Or Shy Lily a dolphin? I don't know. I don't really know much about Shy Lily. I don't know much about Bao either. This is hard for me. Like, it's two that I just kind of have never really watched. They're both around. They're both very big indie VTubers, I guess. But I just haven't really encountered them. I think I looked at a song that featured Bao among other people. I will say I think Shy Lily's design is better. Just looking here, like, that is a very beautiful model. I don't know with this one. I guess we'll just go with design, Shy Lily. Okay, this is that Melky one you're always talking about, right? Oh, I just realized I should probably take a break to look at chat real quick. Every time we reach a new greater bracket, I think I'll see what you guys are saying. Have to choose between Amelia and Fuwawa. Yeah. Oh, well, that's actually a matchup coming up. We can all agree Fanza is also a Coco song. I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't originally, but I do definitely associate it with her. Of course, Artie likes the Hot Night. Yes, definitely. Definitely I do. I do think Shy Nights are very cute. Yeah. Artie when he sees Noel. Chibi Doki and Doki Bird. Chibi Doki does the best Spanish. I need to post a clip of Chibi Doki screaming. Good thing you said R34 and didn't just stop at R34. Yeah, that would have been interesting. She's an orca. Orca are scientifically considered a type of dolphin, but are often called killer whales. Okay, that makes sense. She does kind of look like an orca. So just like Chloe. One whale is super horny, the other is just funny horny. But they're both horny. Hydrogen bomb for RD versus Calvin Baby. Oh, that's that I was like, who is that? That's Project Melody, right? I don't think I've ever. Oh, well, I've seen Project Melody in some stuff before, kind of, but I think I've watched at least a couple, or like I've seen at least like one or two videos from Milky, I think. Just sort of come across her. She reacted to some Hololive clips once, and I know I watched that. I mean, I don't know if I mean, I hate to prove your rule right, but I do think I prefer her design, even though a little maybe too big. But I mean, she's a cow, right? So I guess it kind of makes sense. Um, yeah, I don't really have a much of an opinion of either of these, so I think I'll just go with Milky. Okay, Mel versus Choco. This is a tough one. I feel like the fact that Mel isn't around anymore does kind of affect the equation here. Um, like if she was still with Hollow, like I think I always really liked Mel. I was really really bummed out when she was let go. Um, Choco's great too, though. I don't no, I think Mel still wins. Like just thinking she had like a full album of great music. Choco has some good songs too. Design wise, they're both excellent. Choco's probably better design wise, but I feel like I've actually watched more at where I actually was watching more Mel content. Yeah, even though she's gone, Mel is the winner there. All right, I see we're into a Hollow Birds bracket, kind of. Um, Kiara and Louie. Okay, ooh, okay. This is a tough one because the emotional connection, like I definitely with Kiara. I mean, I understand her, and she. I've watched a lot of her streams. Um, but I really really love Louie's voice for music. Like she's one of my favorites for that. I also got to say I prefer Louie's design. Um, but it's not just about the music; it's about content overall. I got to think about like Kiara's Fire Emblem streams, Kiara's um, streams of Minecraft. Like it was fun watching her learn that game. All the stuff I was watching back when she first started, like just the whole journey, more than just her songs. Um, and for Louis, I basically just watch it when I basically just watch her when she collabs with the In Girls, which isn't that often, even though she speaks pretty good English. Um, this one, this one kills me, but I'm gonna have to pick Kiara. It's rough. Raine and Subaru. This is also a hard one. Phew. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Just I feel like Subaru is a more iconic talent. I like both their designs. Their designs are so different. Like this is one where just like they're completely different worlds. Um, like how do I even? It's just these aesthetics are worlds apart. Um, musically, Raine's output is more varied, but I think Subaru's there are more Subaru songs that I really really like than there are Raine songs. Uh, I feel pretty strong connection to both of them, considering like as I the Subaru's another one, kind of like Louis, where she screams with Ian quite a bit. She can communicate fairly well. He does uh, not as good with English as Louis is, but she understands it well. Um, and She's fairly outgoing, so it just never really seems like that much of a barrier to her. Um, she gets clipped a lot, so but then Raine, I think I gotta give it to Subaru. That was tough. Those past two, the birds are getting they're making this harder. Um, Melody and Milky Ways blaming this match on Dog. I mean, that makes sense. What kind of stuff have you seen of Melody? Um, like I don't know. I think um she was she was featured in some like music video that I think you guys actually showed me like forever ago. Um, and I think I've seen like a couple clips, like nothing of the sort that she's known for. Fun fact: Milky has done some cam streams, and she's actually kind of close to her. Oh wow! Now already suffers indeed. Okay, so we have our last Hollow Bird, but we have not matched her with Narissa. We've matched her against Ina, which actually makes it a bit easier for me. I think Ina is like really precious, and I love her design. One of my favorites in Hollow by far. Like when I was deciding to watch Halloween, I didn't start with Kelly. I started with Ina just because her design is my favorite of the Myth Girls. Because I love the Lovecraftian theme. I love, I mean, just the idea of an octopus girl, and it's just the art style. Like I didn't know at the time that it was one of the Fate artists, but uh, it's it does kind of show through. And so Ina, of course, wins on aesthetics. Content wise, I feel like also wins there. I mean, I've watched a lot of her content, always entertaining me, very comfy, very chill. Mume had some great content too. I mean, songs, she didn't really put out too many, but they were always really good. But Ina, definitely, I there, and personal attachment definitely also goes to Ina. Mume was great. I'm sad she's gone, but that one's actually not that hard to me. Amelie's great. I'm glad to start to get to know her better. Like, but this is my Kamiyoshi. This is gonna win the whole thing. Like, we're not here. like, like this whole exercise just leads to Callie in the middle. So I think we're just kind of there's not really any point to considering this. I mean, I definitely want to watch more Amelie content. And get to know her more. She is cool, but yeah, Allie, she's just got everything. So it's not even. And we are actually doing this. We are doing this. It's Wawa and Mokoko. Yeah, I think we kind of know which way this is going for me. It isn't even just about what you all are going to say it's about, though. I do like Fuwawa more personality-wise. She's got the big sister energy, and she's just, I don't know, she's the part of the duo that I just generally appreciate a little bit more. Not by a huge margin, mind. I just, yeah, it's Fuwawa. Amelia and Watame. So Amelia is a special talent. She did a lot for Myth, and I mean, I just always really liked her streams. And even though she didn't really play a lot of games that really appealed to me, I still would watch her anyway just because she was such an entertaining talent. Great natural entertainer, and very funny. Didn't really do a lot of music, but definitely really good. Design wise, I think I prefer Watame's design. Amelia, the detective aesthetic is great, but like, I mean, Watame is just precious, adorable sheep. Very, very fluffy, very Very cute. Um, Watame also has one of my favorite original song catalogs in Hololive, JP. Um, like so many great songs. One of the first JP talents where I really, really got into her um, original music. Um, and I've liked the streams I've seen of her. I've obviously seen less streams of Watame than Amelia, and I don't think she gets clipped sometimes, not really that often. Um, but she's always come across well to me. I love her speaking voice. Um, and I also have to factor in that we still have Watame, and Amelia isn't part of Hololive anymore. Um, which might be I mean, Amelia is an affiliate, so she does show up sometimes, and that's kind of special. But I think by the slightest margin, I'm going to give it to Watame. Um, yeah. How come the left side is harder than the right side? Okay, I guess the right side is going to be easier. Uh, Never knew Ina had your favorite design of Myth. Maybe I never said that before, but yeah, she was the one that drew me in first. Um, like I just love her aesthetic. Kiara was my favorite first. Yeah, I mean Kiara's. I love Kiara's art style. I mean that's Huke who did the Steins Gate design, Black Rock Shooter. So yeah, I can see the appeal for sure. Weirdly, I guess I'll say that the design that appealed to me the least at first was Gura's, but I mean she was such a great talent that I mean I watched all of them anyway. I had to put an easy one because Callie was going to win regardless. Artie picks Callie for boobs. Is she even bigger than Amelie? Like, I mean, they're about the same size, I think. Mokoko underrated. Artie picks Huawa for boobs. Of course, you guys are always going to say that. Amelia did the most karaoke's in Ian. That makes sense. She always was doing it. Doing the karaoke. The karaoke. And I did watch a lot. Those were always very entertaining karaoke. But I mean, Amelia or Watame does very entertaining like karaoke streams too. So yeah, that was kind of a hard one, but I give it for the edge. Wooloo, as you call her, dog. Artie's favorite design is Marine cosplaying as Xena. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she wears it quite as well. Okay, so this time we have Shion and Ayame. So again, I like both of them. And there's not like really a lot of talents I don't like in Hololive. I can't really think of any. But Shion has graduated, and Ayame has kind of been on an upward swing for me. Like, I really have been appreciating her more and more. Like Hanafubuki, and by that being one of the like out and out best songs of last year. Yeah, I mean, Shion, she had great songs too. Like I think of Mage of Violet, I think of Chandelier. Like she's definitely got some stuff in her catalog that stands with Ayame and maybe even outdoes it. But I mean, Ayame's still here, and design wise, I'd probably actually give it to Shion. And I don't really, truth be told, I don't really watch. I haven't really. Actually, I've probably watched more Shion content thinking about it, because I watched her streams with Gura. Like that was always a lot of fun. Like the whole thing with them. But again, it's someone where their time with Hollow was cut short versus someone where they're kind of on an upswing with me. So I think I still got to give it to Ayame, in the moment right now. That's what I'm feeling. A plus and Ollie. This is one that's interesting. Um, two great designs, very unique, distinctive designs. Um, that just stand out immediately. Uh, and pretty distinctive personalities too. Are masochistic Kusogaki, and then are just uh, complete simp. Um, I've watched more Ollie. Like she knows English, so that's just how that goes. Um, I like LaPlus's music more because she has more. She's also part of Holux, which has a lot of great unit songs. Um, but I mean, LaPlus has a lot of great clips, but I've seen more than clips from Ollie. Like Ollie has content that I've appreciated more, and I feel like a more connection to her. I think for a long time she was my favorite in ID. I think Ollie probably wins. Yeah. Twiseoski, huh? Twiseoski. Well, I Oski is great, but I just feel like Suisse is a star, and I'm not making a pun there. Like Suisse, when I think of their catalogs, like they both have very rich, big music catalogs full of great songs. But I just Suisse, like she just has the hits. Um, and in terms of design, I feel like Suisse still wins. I mean, I do like this final design we kind of landed on with Oski. I think it's pretty good. Um, but I mean, I think Suisse is just more iconic in that regard. And I'm also probably a bit more connected to Suisse. Just I feel like I've watched more stuff with her in it, and just how she inspires everyone else is really great. So I think she's a pretty clear pick here. Miko and Roboco. So we're into Gen 1 now completely, or Gen 0, I mean. And this one's hard. This is harder than Oski and Suisse for me. Because Miko is clipped a lot more, but like I love Roboco's voice a whole lot. Actually, it's one of my favorites in Hololive, low key. And Roboco is just really, really cute. Like she wins on design for me for sure. But I've probably seen and appreciated more Miko content overall when we think about clips, when we think about streams where she's interacted with Ian, when we think about all the Miko moments. And she has some really great songs too. She probably actually has more songs that I love than Roboco. Like maybe I love the Roboco ones more, but Miko has more that I love. And probably just is like there's been a lot of great moments with Roboco too. Like she's had some fun interactions with like Amelia and other Ian members. Like definitely. But I think it's Miko. It's got to be Miko. Let's take the two small ones that should have way more music than they have. Yeah, Battle of the Simps, big horns and big horny. Yeah, that's a good way to put it for that matchup. The blondes have taken me. It was war. It's the Fortnite character. Yes, that is how Suisse will always be known. Dog has been yeeted for the Zoomer reference. Roboco hot. Yeah. She's cute. Yeah, I would say cute more than. I mean, she's got the legs and everything. I don't know. She's kind of both. Okay, Lammy versus Botan. So this one is interesting because, truth be told, I don't really encounter either of them that much. Um, so I don't really have too much of a connection to either. So it kind of will come more down to more the other two metrics. Um, in terms of design, I really like both of them, but I think I'll give it the edge. I'll give the edge to Lammy. Like, just the whole winter aesthetic is strong, and like, I don't know, the snow elf. It's very cute. Um, Lion Girl also pretty good, but I think Lammy has a preference there. In terms of like their music and stuff, um, neither really has a super strong catalog compared to like the rest of Hololive, I would say. Um, but I think I still would give the edge somewhat to Lammy. So I think overall Lammy takes it, but yeah, probably gonna lose to everyone's here. Um, Anya and Yofi. Um, so I've encountered them. So I mean, they both speak English, so I've definitely watched a few streams with each of them in it. Um, and I I don't know. I mean, I like both the designs. I think I like Anya's a bit more. It's just very distinctive. Like, really one of the most unusual standout designs in Hololive. Just the way her face is completely different from anyone else. Um, but the hair is really cool too, and just the idea of her being a living weapon is really interesting. Just that's cool theming. Um, I mean, Yofi being an alien and an artist, I mean, it's cool too. But I think Anya wins in that regard. In terms of music, I think Anya also wins because a lot of her songs lately have been just really fire. Just like Yofi's stuff is always cute, but she doesn't put out a lot of music, and um, I don't think it's ever really reached quite the heights of like Chronic or something. Um, so Anya comes out ahead there, and I think that's enough to make her win, even if without me considering like who I've watched more, who I have more of a connection with. Um, which probably would be at Yofi by a slim margin, but yeah, Anya still wins. Marine and Aqua. Okay, this is kind of an easy one. I never really. I mean, I watched some stuff of Aqua, but I never really felt that attached to her, honestly. Like, she was cute, but never was my favorite design. Never really cared for that many of her songs. Only watched a few streams of her in it, with her in them, and a few. I mean, I probably watched a few more clips than streams, but like, she was never all that high for me in terms of like how much I was invested in them. And Marine, on the other hand, she's Marine. She's like one of the stars of JP. Got like some of the best music, one of the best music videos. She's got the pirate aesthetic, which is killer. So like this, yeah, easy win. Okay, it's the Gyaru battle. Well, I think it's pretty definitively Ririka. Like, Ririka is my favorite in Regala still, and Vivi is not my favorite in Flowglow. And I like Reglass more than Flowglow. So, in terms of personal connection, obviously, Ririka's going to win there. In terms of like the music they put out, like, neither. Well, Vivi doesn't have any solo songs yet, at least for originals. I haven't really seen that many covers. Ririka's solos haven't really impressed me yet, so it's kind of a wash there. Like, I don't think Ririka's really done anything as good as their gen mates yet in terms of music. But in terms of content overall, like, I've seen, I mean, Ririka's another one where she speaks English, so I've seen like some fun English only streams from her, and she's charming. She's very fun, and When it comes to design, yeah, I think I slightly prefer Ririka. Like they both do the the Gyaru thing pretty well. But I just yeah, gotta go with Ririka. I guess I'll just finish these two. Chihaya and Zeta. Well, Chihaya wins on design. Like that's one of it's up there for my favorites. Um, Especially in device. Like she's really good looking and kind of like a race queen theme. Um, and great voice. I love her voice. She's so new though, but Zeta's fairly new too. Like at least I mean she's been around for a few years now, but we haven't really added a whole lot of Hololive members. Like um, Zeta's another one who's kind of on an upswing because of like some of the really good music she's been putting out. So it is still just like one song a year. It feels like. Um, and I don't. I mean, I've seen her on a few streams with Shiori. Probably watched her more than Chihaya. She's fun. I haven't really seen a lot of clips even of Chihaya. I don't think she gets clipped that often. But yeah, this one's actually kind of tough. I feel like I should probably click Zeta, but my heart is telling me Chihaya. So I think we're gonna go with that. And what is her name again? I think I watched a video about her once. Or seen her in something, but and that's Zentrea. But Roboco's voice is hot and Robogirls are hot. Yeah, yeah. I like her little robot feet. Already didn't pick gun. Underrated ID. They put my ID Yoshis against each other. I was held at gunpoint. Wow, that's great. I had no idea who to put against Marine, so I went with Umasi. I see. I guess that makes sense. He picks menopause. Interesting. Vivi has one of my favorites. Vivi, yeah, it's. I mean, her outfit. I don't know. Her outfit's a little bit crazy for me. Like, I mean, I like the color combination, but her clothes don't make any sense. Rindo versus Zeta, who has better thighs. I mean, I think Chiaya's got to win that. Thigh to thigh combat. Yeah. Oh yeah, Yena. Yena. Yena Youngblood, right? Is that it? Sounds familiar. So I've seen one video of her. I've seen a couple clips of Zentrea, but I don't really have much of a connection with either of these. And Zen honestly is kind of like I just for me personally, it's kind of a little bit hard to get around the whole like computer voice thing. Like it's excusable coming from Neuro because she is a computer program, but I don't know. I feel like you lose personality in that. So I never really found her that appealing. I mean, maybe I'll eventually like try and watch a video and see if I can make myself get it, but because I know she's popular, I know there's got to be a reason for it beyond just the attractive design. But yeah, I really like Yena's design, and I think she probably has this. Oh, we're not going to be going to the right. We're going back to the top. I see. We're going to do this whole side before we do the other side. Interesting. Not what I was expecting, but fair enough. So here it's I versus Achan. So again, Achan is very important to Hololive, and I respect her a whole lot. But Aichan is important to VTubing as a whole. Um, she's she was also really funny, really entertaining. I loved watching her videos. Um, just binged her content. I have multiple figures of Aichan. I think I got to go with my first Toshi. Um, then we have Toa and Iris. So Devil versus Half Devil. Um, and this is actually a hard one. I love Toa's voice. Like they both have great voices. I love both of these voices. They're completely different too. Like they should sing together. Like that would probably sound crazy. Iris is like one of the higher voices just naturally, and then Toa is low and um like that would be a big contrast. Um I actually probably prefer Toa's music, I think. I also think I prefer Toa's design. I'm more attached to Iris. Um, but is it by enough? Toa's clips are always a lot of fun. I feel like she gets clipped a decent amount of time. She also had a lot of streams with young girls. Like her whole thing with Mume was really, really sweet. Um, I think I by the slightest margin I have to give it to Toa, and it feels weird to do that. Okay, well, it feels like an interesting battle here. How do we describe this battle when it comes to All Life? Um, so Noel wins on design. I said it's one of my favorites in JP. I love the night aesthetic. But can the knight slay the dragon? Um, no. My emotional attachment to Coco is probably just too high. She was instrumental into me becoming a fan. Um, and just I love like the content she was making. It was such an interesting niche. I've never really watched like any streams from Noelle. Um, like I know she does like ASMR stuff. And like I don't even know like what game she plays. I like her music, and she has more music than Coco, and it's all pretty good. But nah, it's Coco. Okay, now two people I don't really watch, but as said, I've watched more of Doki. I know the story behind her. Um, I prefer Shy Lily's design, um, but I think it's got to be Doki just in terms of what I'm familiar with. And here it's a Holomem who I really appreciated, who's gone, unfortunately, versus someone I've only seen a couple videos from, and I'm maybe a little bit unsure about the design. I mean, um, yeah, I think this is an easy one for Mel. And here's the winner of our Hollow Tory bracket. Um, Kiara versus Subaru. And for all the reasons I ultimately chose Kiara over Louis, I think I have to choose her over Subaru as well. Um, like just all those early Myth streams that I watched, all the Myth streams with Myth, all the um, just the whole journey with Kiara has been a delight. And Subaru is great too. Like she's got a great story. Um, but there's just more attachment here with Kiara. That's rough. I mean, Ina actually does win in design, so she has one, at least 1 point over Callie. But that's not going to win her. I mean, Callie is my Kamiyoshi for a reason. Um, like just in terms of her prolific category of songs, uh, catalog of songs, and just all the streams. Um, and just personal attachment. I hate to pick against Dina just generally, but it's gotta be Callie. Now, now the really fluffy ones. It almost looks like they could be sisters. um, Wawa or Watame? Actually, kind of hard. Wawa, like I love the twins, but is one of them on their own enough to take down a Watame? I don't know. I don't think it is. I just look at Watame and I just like feel drawn. I think I want to click her. I don't know if it's really rational in my head. Um, but I mean, it probably is because Watame. I mean, she has a lot of great songs that I love. Fuamoko, and they are starting to build up some momentum with the song releases, but Watame still comes out ahead there. Um, and I think in terms of design, I would probably give it to Watame as well. I mean, Fuamoko, it's about the contrast between the two. Looking at just one of them, I mean, Fuwa looks great, but yeah, I think it's Watame. Ayame or Ollie? Hmm, this is a tough one. But I think ultimately I am just a lot more attached to Ollie. Like, again, she was my favorite in ID for a long time. Um, and she's just such a fun person. I don't really know too much about Ayame, like personally. Like, she rarely gets clipped. I mean, usually when she does get clipped, it's just her making cute sounds. Like nothing that really tells you about her. Um, so I feel like I just know more about Ollie. Ayame has better music, but I think I would actually give the design to Ollie. So I think yeah, it's Ollie. Suisse and Miko. Well, I actually think I prefer Miko in terms of like personality. I think her clips are a bit more fun. I mean, Suisse, of course, has better music. I also think I like Suisse's design better. I like both of these talents a whole bunch. I love them together. Like Me Comet is actually excellent. Um, but I think it's got to be Suisse. Lammy and Anya. Um, yeah, as I said with the Lammy Botan matchup, um, Lammy isn't one that I really have too much of a connection to. I definitely feel like Anya definitely comes out on top here. I prefer her design. I prefer um, her music output. I prefer just her generally, I think. Okay, this is a bit tougher. Um, Marine and Ririka. I mean, Ririka, I've watched whole streams of her when she rarely streams in English, and I like how she comes across. Marine gets clipped a whole lot, so I don't feel like I feel like I still know her pretty well. Though, and I think I mean I love both of their like designs, both of their theming, but I think I like Marine's a little more. Just the pirate thing is pretty unique, pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I think it's got to be Marine as much as I do like Rarica. And for this one, I still I watched like a single video telling me about Yenna before, um, and I feel like Chihaya just I know much more about her. Alright. Artie says that even though he almost did Big Booba VTuber with voice changer. Well, he should still. Yeah, I mean, well, voice changer is different. Isn't hers like just like text to speech, or does she do like an actual voice changer these days? Because I feel like it's a little bit different when you filter your voice through a voice changer versus um, just having something completely generated by a machine. Um, like in terms of the emotion that comes across. I don't know. Somewhat early Yang energy from Ruby. I could see that. Yeah, kind of similar. Toa's hat is adorable, indeed. Toa is an Overwatch fan, and Iris likes soda and tofu. Yes. Artie doesn't pick the hip sway. Yeah, that was a tough one for me. Artie picks boobs. Noelle did slay Coco. Oh yeah, the whole the Hololive alternative or whatever it was called. Uh, it had them kind of fighting there. Artie didn't pick Milky because he doesn't want to reveal his power level. Dog versus sheep, Fluffy versus Fluffy. Artie didn't do Amelia versus Chihuahua. He didn't know my pain. Watame is Mofufu. Yeah. Isn't that Narissa actually? Chihuahua is smug and bad at math. Watame has good music and loves armpits. Indeed. Watame wins hotness because of what an amazing swing. Yeah, that's she looks great in that. Odayo, the Nakirium. Me comment time. Technically, Neuro is also voice to speech. Yeah, but again, Neuro isn't a person. She is a machine. So it's miraculous that she's able even to seem like a person. But Zen is a person. So her talking through a machine, it's just kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'd get it if I actually watched her. I should make a playlist for Artie to react to all of the Idol Chroma Shift music. That might be good. I'd make a video out of that. Maybe it's depending on how much there is. It might be multiple videos. Okay. Anyway, Aichan and Toa. Huh. Uh, well, these are two that this is a hard one. This is really hard. I feel like I got to base this in the now. I can't just go, based on, she used to be my Oshi. Also, how important is it to me how important I is to VTubing in the long run? Like, it's cool, but I remember I did like Ai's music back in the day. She actually does put out music. I haven't heard anything recently. Maybe that's something I should do. Like return to that old well. Remember, I should just listen to her old songs again, see if I still how they hold up like compared to like what Hololive's doing. But Toa wins in design. Because Ai's design is just kind of, it's a little bit ordinary. I mean, it set the standard sort of, but compared to what came after, it's a little ordinary. And Toa, her design is just really iconic, really cool, very cute. I feel like it's still probably I wins in terms of my connection to them. Content though is where it's hard because all those great videos versus like songs that I really care about from Toa. Toa's amazing voice. Maybe the hardest one for me yet. I think the me here currently in 2026 has to go with Toa. I mean, it's cool that Doki made it this far, but like, I just think Coco's gonna win. I don't really have to think about that one too much. Um, Similarly, I mean, Mel was a special talent, and as much as I miss her, um, Kiara has already knocked out talents um, that I like a bit more than Mel. So I think Kiara is a pretty clear winner here. Oh God. Okay. Hard cuts, Watame. You're not gonna beat my Kamiyoshi, but I do love you. Sorry to see you go. Similarly, I love Ollie. Ollie is great. Ollie does not win over Suisse though. Like just the disparity in the music, and I mean designs. I think even though Ollie's is great, Suisse is just so iconic with like the plaid and everything. Um, she's got that killer voice. Like it's got to be Suisse. Anya and Marine. Yeah, again, I love Anya. Anya's cool, but Marine is a star. She's an icon. Um, some of the best theming around. Just what I want from a VTuber. Oh, so did Chihaya get a buy? I guess. Is that how that works? Probably gonna lose. Toa versus Coco, gen mates. And this is a hard one because I mean, I love them both. I got to think about what Coco did, bringing me into Hololive, really getting me into the fandom, really. Um, but I mean, Toa just knocked out the VTuber who got me into VTubers in the first place. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. Don't make me choose between these two. I love them. Ugh. I was actually more engaged with Coco's content when she was around. But she's not around anymore. That's the other thing. She left. So do I hold that against her? I mean, I don't want to. I think I gotta go with Toa again. Oh no, I got the Takamori fight. Wow, okay. Well, I mean, I know how this goes. Allie. Alright, Kiara. And then the top two in JP against each other. I prefer Marine's design. Music's hard, actually. I feel like, I mean, Suisse is so much more prolific. Is way more songs, but I feel like Marine maybe hits the higher highs for me personally. Like her music is just fun. I like fun. Um, but I mean, Suisse is also really good and just artistically strong. Ooh, so I don't even know there. In terms of like just personal connection, I think I've watched more Marine content. I think I'm more drawn to her personality a little bit. So I think at the end of the day, it's Marine. Wait, did she already get 2 buys? Okay, wow. I just benefiting greatly from the lack of opponents. Well, Toa, you put out a good run. You eliminated some of my favorites, but you do not beat Callie. Sorry. And Chihaya, you greatly kind of lucked out here, but obviously I like Moraine more. Um, and yeah, I mean, we all already know that Callie is like Kamiyoshi, so even though Marine is brilliant, um, I love her to death. I love death more. Okay, now we're finally on the other side. Um, forget I got replaced by someone else behind the model and then came back. Yeah. There were a lot of missteps along the way, which I also do got to think about when I'm considering I. So I think I made the right choice choosing Toa. Um, by the way, did you see any clips of Zentrea's updated voice? It sounds more natural and less text. Oh, really? No, I don't think I have. I think I've probably only seen old clips. So maybe that wouldn't be as much of a barrier for me now with the new voice. I also always appreciated that Suisse made her own design. Yeah, that's really cool. Like that's unique in Hololive because that's not really allowed anymore. At least the original basis for it. Yeah, he's like a dad choosing between his children. And before Toa is beat by boobs, I mean, she kind of. I mean, she was beat by Callie, right? No, she was beat by. Yeah, she was beat by Callie. So I mean, technically, I guess. Um, I did also set this up so the later matchups would probably also fit. Well, that's good. Makes sense. Day Evil. Horny has died. So Neuro versus Evil. I don't know if I really know enough quite yet for these two to know which one I genuinely prefer. I think aesthetically, I prefer Evil a little bit because I'm just kind of a bit edgier. And in terms of the songs I've heard so far, I mean, my favorite of the originals was Evil's. And but it's close. It's pretty close, but I think Neuro's a bit more iconic. Like just the thing about clips and stuff and like streams, like the Kiara stream. I gotta think about content in totality. I was gonna click Evil, but I think actually I'm gonna click Neuro. I just feel like it makes more sense to me. Vettel and Yago. Okay. Well, I mean, Vettel is actually an on-screen talent in a way, as much as he probably doesn't want to consider himself a draw. I think he actually has become a draw for people these days. People like his personality. Yago is not that, but he is one of the pillars of Hololive, and he's done a good job, I think. I think the company, a lot of the good things about the company are because of him. And he hasn't done things that would push Hololive down the wrong path, I think. There is some disagreement about that, but I think he's been a good CEO. And I think, he's embraced his meme status. But like, he's not a performer. He's just a business guy who he did like an interview with Coco, came across well. He's done a few other things with the talents before, but like this is who is the best VTuber, right? So at the end of the day, I got to choose the one who actually is a VTuber. I think. Pecco Mama, and that's Narissa's mom, right? I don't remember her name. I never really got the Narissa family names down in my head. But I feel like Pecco Mama has the more iconic design. They both come across well, but I think even before she had her model, I think about that old clip when Pekora still was actually first confessing to her mom that she was a VTuber. Like, that is such an iconic and really ultimately wholesome and heartwarming clip. And, then just the whole journey of then Pecco Mama getting a model and, everything that's come of it. I think I gotta go with Pecco Mama. Pekora and, Fubuki. Alright, now they're both really huge, really, big talents, um, iconic. I think Pekora probably wins in terms of design. Uh, Fubuki's super cute. I feel like I there's more, like, in terms of, like, music that I appreciate from Fubuki. In terms of, like, just clips and stream content in general, I feel like there's a lot I like for both of them that I've seen, like, they both get clipped fairly often, maybe Pekora a little bit more, and she's always fun, great personality, but, and so is Fubuki. Um, I also I really like, uh I really enjoyed Fubuki's, Hollow Knight playthrough. Even not understanding Japanese, I watched that whole thing. Um, I don't think I've done that with anything Pekara's done. Um, so I think I'm gonna give the edge to Fubuki. Marissa and Liz. Well, I feel like I have a bit more of a connection to Liz. Um, like even before Hololive. I don't want to dwell on too much, but I've been aware of her content for a very long time. Um, I also feel like I like Liz's voice a little more. Like they're both just brilliant singers, but I feel like Liz is just next level. Like her karaoke's are so much fun. Um, I feel like maybe in terms of other stream content, maybe I like Nurse a little more. Um, but I don't know. It's kind of close there. In terms of design, again, I feel like I give it to Liz. I think ultimately Liz comes out on top here. Well, I mean, she already wins, but Chloe's a good matchup for her. Like Chloe, it's one of my favorite JP designs they ever had. Um, like just one of the best designs, like for sure. And I loved her voice and her music, and just she was a great talent. Um, so another one where I was really sad to see her go. But Shiori is an Oshi of mine, and um, possibly my favorite design in all life, just overall. Uh, and also another talent where I've been aware of her content going back pretty far. So definitely have the connection. Um, yeah, obviously Shiori. Ao and Reen. Um, well, I mean, Reen, I know from one stream I saw, and then that video I watched the other day. Um, that's really the totality of what I know from her. For Ao, never really watched a ton of her either. I mostly know her from like performances and her music, which she did manage to put out two really nice originals before she graduated. Um, Ao was never really my favorite design. I actually prefer Reen's design. Um, but I don't know if I've seen enough Reen to really say I like her more than all I remember because I really like Ao's voice. Like I'm not really crazy about her design, uh, but she was always one of my favorite voices in Regloss. Um, and I was sad. I mean, I was sad when she had to graduate because it was for health reasons completely, and like that just sucks. And I understand she's maybe doing better now, but uh, yeah, definitely a hard loss. But she wins, and then we have Hajime and Sue. Um, well, Sue's great. I'm impressed with her dancing ability that we saw at Fez. She's very cute. But Hajime, I mean, I've been kind of just singing her praises for like the past year now. Like everything she does is excellent. Uh, Chachomonya Banzai, Countok. Like she is, in my opinion, the breakout star of Regloss, and definitely wins over Sue. Best girl versus turtle. He's a business guy. No, he's a weeb. I mean, it can be both. When a weeb has a lot of money, iconic design. You know, if he wants to date Narissa's brother, but that'll mean she's cheating on Godzilla. Okay. That is the love. That is a love triangle for the ages. Liz Coke versus Narissa Pepsi. Even more reason to choose Liz. The Bishonen. Reen is the ultimate Splatoon and IKEA fan. I see. Small dancers. Now we have Rushia versus Luna. So, Rushia is an interesting one to consider. There is some baggage there. And I'm not fully aware of all the drama behind her like personal life. I know that was kind of dug up. But I'm not that interested. As a performer, I always liked her. I thought she was very entertaining. But she was never one that I was like that invested in. Like when they started to do like the Hollow Death stuff with her, Callie, and Ollie, that was fun, but that of course didn't get to last. It sucks. I mean, I don't know. I know a lot of people are kind of down on her after everything that happened, uh, everything that was put out there, but I still have an overall positive impression. As for Luna, weirdly, I think I've actually watched more Luna because I watched like a whole run of. She did a Super Metroid playthrough, and I watched the whole thing. She also has her music. I actually don't think I've heard like any solo songs from Rushia. They were all deleted, of course, when her channel was. And I mean, they're probably uploaded somewhere, but I never really. I don't know. It just felt like a weird thing to dive into after everything that happened. Luna's music though is kind of an acquired taste. It's all just very baby like she is. Luna in general is just yeah. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I still think I'll probably give it to Luna. Just I don't know. Gura versus Kobo. Well, they're both kind of brats, but with beautiful voices and water themes. So I can see the matchup here. Yeah, I like Kobo's design a whole lot, maybe more than Gura's, but definitely I watched a lot more content from Gura over the years. Um, and she was iconic, just a one of a kind talent. Um, I do have to factor in that she's no longer at Hololive, no longer active. Um, but I mean, I think at the end of the day, I still just have more of a connection to Gura and appreciate her a little more. We're into gamers, and it's tough. Corone or Mio? I feel like for a long time this would have been easy for me. Like Corone, she was the first one in Hollow I ever watched. I started. First thing I ever watched was Corone clips. Um, and she is just great at entertaining. She's very funny. Her clips are always great, always make me smile, always make me laugh. Um, she's got some great songs too. Um, and she's just generally a fun talent. Um, Likable, just a great member of Hololive. Mio, though, I feel like I've just been on a slow buildup with her where I just appreciate her more and more. 'Cause she's really cute. She has this great, bright energy to her. Um, and she's just one I've really started to root for. Uh, she also has a lot of great music. Um, I feel maybe a little bit less consistent than Corone, but the high highs for Mio are probably higher in my mind than Corone's. Um, except for maybe Doggy God Street, which is probably better than any of Mio's songs. I don't know. I mean, think about Howling, think about um, that Dandelion one that I like a whole bunch. Um, it's at least close. Um, this one's rough, but I think I still give it to Corone. Oh, and now we got the cats. Oh, okay, cat versus cat. Logically, it probably should be Raura because she speaks English. And so I've watched more of her content, her streams at least. Um, she's very funny, very charming. I think it's Okayu. I think Okayu wins. Like, I love her music. I love her voice. Her voice is just so soft and just. I've actually listened to her ASMR at bed before. I'll admit that. Um, I don't know. I just find her voice very soothing. Um, yeah, and yeah, again, some of my favorite music in Hollow. Oh, okay. I want to look at chat before I make that call. Day, you are. You just have to do it, do you? Don't you? Um, Luna, cute meanie pants. Rushia got done dirty. Blue small. Mume versus Callie's child. I'm Die, thank you forever. Alpha versus Omega. Artie needs to watch more of Mike. Mio covers. They're insane. Yeah, I love her voice too. Like she like I still remember like the first time I really heard anything from her was at Second Fez. And when she took the stage and sung Howling, I think, just blown away. This one's I did not an intended pun there. Artie picks cat I mean, either way, it was cat boobs. Like Raura's bigger than Okayu. Horny cat versus slur cat. Artie Gunner level. No, okay. I can see how that would be misinterpreted. I listened to the ASMR to help me fall asleep, not for anything else. Like it was a sleep time. That's why I was in bed. Okay, it's Kyla versus Hachima. Kyla's my favorite in ID. I really admire her commitment to things. Like I always love her clips. I think she's very entertaining. Just a fun personality. Hachima, she was my JP Oshi for a very long time. I don't know if she still is because she's not been around for a long time now, so it's kind of hard to hang on to that. But I don't know who else is, so probably still her. Um, Hachima, very inventive content, though now we kind of have to question. Um, no, I'm not gonna get into that, but like, just really interesting stuff she put out there in the day. I'll just put it that way. Um, but and she's charming. She's another one who speaks English, so um, able to get a lot of her, even though she's JP. Um, I've been rooting for her really ever since that infamous moment with Coco back in the day, where they got involved in some drama. Um, but yeah, she had some very fun content arcs, great memories. She's really cute. I actually probably prefer Kyla's design, I guess. This is another one where I was familiar with the artist before, or they worked on a Hololive member. Um, and I think the redesign, the complete redesign she got, made it even better. Like I like the original design, but they really fine tuned it and just perfected it. Um, I hate to eliminate either one of them immediately because they'd both probably make it very far. But I guess my heart is telling me it's gotta be Hachima. I hope she's doing well. Sana and Risu, interesting. Well, Sana wasn't around all that long, but she made an impact while she was. Um, Great original song, but only the one. Risu, on the other hand, is phenomenal singer with multiple great songs. Um, Risu also is funny. She's very fun. She's got a lot of hilarious clips. Um, Sana had some good clips too, and some good streams. Probably watched a bit more Sana. Like I haven't really checked out, I think, any like full Risu streams other than maybe when she's been on collabs before. Um, Design wise, I probably prefer Sana, but not by a huge margin. I mean, Risu is kind of definitive Squirrel Girl. Yeah, I think it's probably Risu here. Rodden versus why am I blanking on her name? Um Leader Flowglow, Riona, Isaki Riona. It came to me. Uh, okay, well that probably tells you already my decision here. Uh, Even though I think Riona is a great talent, I think um she is very talented. She can rap, she can sing, she can dance. Um, Musically, she's probably more talented than Rodden. But Rodden is very cute. I loved her at Fez, and I just her design is striking, very cool. Just the whole idea, like she's a Rakugo performer, right? Like that's the actual theme, right? Um, which is just kind of out there. It's something very different. Um, and Comparatively, Riona is just sort of like rap idol, I guess. Um, and I don't know. I just feel like there's a stronger appeal overall to Rodden, so I'm gonna pick her. Um, Muna versus Crony. Okay. Well, they're both great designs. I think I actually prefer Muna's design, even though Crony has the benefit of being designed by um, another designer I was familiar with before Hololive, one of the Fate artists. Uh, but yeah, Muna's design is just killer. Definitely one of the the hottest Hololive girls. Um, but I've obviously watched more Crony. I feel a lot more attached to her. She's hilarious. Muna can be funny, but uh, Crony is one of the funniest members. Um, and Muna has better music. There is that to consider. So I guess by my metric, Muna is actually ahead because she wins design, she wins. But no, it's not just music, content in general. And I think in terms of content in general, Crony probably comes out on top. Um, and I'm definitely more drawn to her. So yeah, I think it's got to be Crony. Dan, I keep sinking on stream without trying. We can fight Fumoka. Well, that's great. Oshi and Oshi combat. Artie, you should be like Kyle, only getting 4 hours of sleep. I mean, I've been there before. Two hardworking blondes. Strongest idol versus strongest gamer, indeed. I had no idea what matchup to put for either of them, so big nuts. I see. Model frozen again. Oh, damn it. Not know why it's doing that. We'll reload it. On is by a big margin, if you know what I mean. Brain rot versus horny. Now that I think about it, I could have made Crony versus Sana and Risu versus Muna. Yeah, that would have been more typical, I feel like. That would have made Muna involved. That would have made Muna advance instead of Risu, probably. But I don't know. Green versus green. Oh yeah, in front of me right now. Racist misogyny once again. Okay, that's not what I think of when I think of Crony, but then we have Cecilia versus Fauna. So I don't know if I've really said it, but I kind of feel like Cecilia, somewhere along the way, she kind of became my Justice Oshi. She, I think it may have been just Wind Up being one of my favorite songs of last year. Just really thoroughly impressing me. Oh, I got to put the menu down. I see that. Get rid of. But just in all, I don't know. There's something like her Fez performance, that resonated with me too. Like her playing the violin. I mean, I used to play violin. I don't know. I feel like I resonate with Cecilia. Isn't she now like introducing Mokoko to Chrono Trigger? Like she also, I guess, has a thing for like old school JRPGs. I think I vibe with Cecilia personally. Fauna, I always enjoyed her. I thought she was funny. I thought she was entertaining. But I think I never really had quite as strong a connection to her as I do with Cecilia right now. So I think it's got to be, for me personally, Cecilia. Also, the theming I like more. The automaton is just really cool. Always an excellent aesthetic. I mean, Fauna also is brilliant. Like, these are two brilliant designs, really. Love them both. But Cecilia has a pretty clear edge to me. Okay, and then we have our meme queens. Gigi or Bibu? That's a tough one, actually. I don't know. Gigi, Bibu. Okay, well, let's just go through it. Gigi, I think I like more in design terms. They're both really good designs, but Gigi, it really just pops, like the whole gremlin aesthetic. Just a really cool design. I think about the music, and Gigi only has one song, but I think that song's probably better. Like didn't I rank that higher in my list? The I'll Still Be Here over Rockin'? I mean, they're completely different songs, so I don't even know. how I how do you really compare? But I'll still be here. Made me cry, and it is a song that resonated sadly. But I um and covers also got to be considered. And I think Gigi's covers I generally appreciate more. Um, Stream antics, both are hilarious, both are fun. I feel like Gigi has more funny clips to me than Bibu. Um, so I think in most regards, Gigi just comes out on top. Matsuri and Aki, okay. Two interesting members, Gen 1. I feel like I'm feeling Matsuri a bit more lately. Another one who's kind of been growing on me, put out some really good songs. I think before last year, I would have given this to Aki handily. Because she's always been one that I kind of root for. Like, I mean, she, for a while, was like the least subscribed to member, kind of struggled a little bit. But and she has a very interesting design. Like the hair, I mean, what do you say about that hairstyle? It's definitely innovative. But and she also still has lots of great songs. I love Ibara. I love Shalise. And just her aesthetic. That's actually a tough one. I think I'm still gonna give the edge to Aki. It's very close though. Kanene. My two favorite members from Gen 5. It's Nene, but not by a huge margin. Like they both have a lot of music that I like. They both have great designs. They both are very charming, very fun, very talented. But I don't know. I think Nena, just watching her perform, like she always just, I mean, they're both top tier performers, honestly, actually. But Nena has really, I don't know, just, she always kind of strikes a chord with me, always makes me smile. I find her very charming. So it's pretty close between those two, but Nene, she's my favorite. Iron Mouse and Mint, huh? Okay, let's look at chat before we do that. Oh yeah, I think I got that, but it was I have I got to remember to do that. Let's just get rid of the UI. Technology kills nature as God intended. I'm not sure that's how that works. Gremlin versus gamer, shit poster battle. You better say GG. I did, in fact. And before Artie picks Callie's wife. Rockin' though. Belly enjoyer versus butt swear. Belly out versus belly dancer. Classy. Okay. Yeah, Po was great, but I went Nene. So Iron Mouse versus Mint. I mostly know Mint through Kiara. That's really how I found out about her. They were friends and collabed a bit here and there. And she seems very charming, very cute. I also watched her and Doki play R34, and that was a memorable stream for me. Iron Mouse, for a while it was just clips, and when she would interview Holomems, I would watch that. And only more recently have I started to more broadly get introduced to her through like the reactions I've done on this channel to her songs and stuff. But she does have some pretty incredible songs. I haven't really explored that with Mint. I know she's an idol too, right? So I have to imagine she has some songs in her repertoire that I haven't yet touched on. So maybe this isn't really a fair comparison. But right now, I'm also does have the inspiring story and all that, all the heartwarming stuff where you want to root for her. Um, so yeah, right now I think it's just got to be Iron Mouse. So mint I do like. So that's Kyryu Crocodile, and Alicia. Okay. So I've watched more Alicia. I've seen some of her reactions to like series and stuff. Um, what did she was doing Adventure Time for a while, wasn't she? I think that's one of the main things I watched from her. Um, and um, I think a few other things. Like I forget what exactly, but I definitely followed her for a few things here and there over the years. Kyryu Crocodile, I remember there being a big deal when she debuted. Um, and I know who she is, and I have seen content, but I haven't seen any of her Kyryu Crocodile content. It's kind of an odd matchup for me in that regard. I think I'll probably give it to Alicia at this point, just because I haven't actually seen any of the VTuber content from her yet. Great design though, but Alicia also has a really good design. So yeah, Ui and Koyori. Okay, well, spoilers for tomorrow. But I just recorded a Ui video, a reaction to some of her original songs. So, um, yeah, I'm more prepared for this than I would have been prior to today. Um, I've now heard 5 original songs from Ui, and they're all really good. So, um, I might actually give Ui the edge in terms of music. Like Koyori, um, I've liked the last couple of her songs a lot, but it kind of took her a while to start making songs that I really liked. Like I feel like she just kind of had a lot of near misses. Um, she's charming though; she's fun, but so is Ui. Like she always comes across well to me. She has a great banter with her chat, from what I've seen. Uh, she's also got a charming design, and she's an artist. She's Subaru's artist, and I know she's got like some kind of fun relationship with Watame. Um, I think I'm gonna give it to Ui. Like it's rare for me to pick against the Holomem, but I think maybe it's just because I recorded that video today. But I think I'll go with Ui. Um, so we have Iroha and um, uh, Kanade. Took me a minute. Truth be told, sometimes sometimes I confuse these two. Their designs are kind of similar, like especially when when Iroha isn't in her standard outfit, um, where it's clear she's a samurai. Um, I I just yeah forget which one I'm looking at, but they have different eye color. I mean, there are differences. Looking at them together, I can kind of see it. Um, and I think Kanade wins just because I really like her voice. Iroha, she's fine. I like her Degozaru and everything. It's charming. Uh, but she hasn't really made a lot of music that I love. Um, Kanade, on the other hand, The Greatest is a great song. Everything she sings is pretty amazing because she has that incredible voice. Um, and she's a indispensable part of Regloss. Um, so I think this is pretty clear to me. Well, that's Shondo, right? And Henya. So, yeah, these are VTubers who I'm somewhat aware of. I've seen clips of. I've seen a few. I've probably seen more of Henya because I watched like her whole stream of Ina. Um, and but there are two that come up in my clip suggestions on in my YouTube feed fairly often. Um, and they both seem pretty entertaining to me. Like they have clips that make me laugh. Um, I feel like I've seen more Henya, and she's genuinely just pretty cute and wholesome and funny. Um, maybe if I watched more, I'd choose otherwise. But right now, I'm gonna probably choose Henya. Okay, so that's Vicky. Victoria Roman, I think is the whole name. That's Callie's friend, who used to have a different name. And this is one where I don't even think I know who the left one is, so you guys will have to fill me in there. I really grew to love Iron Mouse's design, or the various... Yeah, there's so many different models for Iron Mouse. Like, she just always has new ones. Artie isn't racist so far. Glad to hear it. I don't know these people, so I went with a hot redhead. I mean, always a fair choice. Iroha. That's why I chose them to be together. Two blondes, yet they with somewhat similar personalities. Yeah, kinda. I really have confused them before. You mean the great? Yeah, you gotta know. Onigiri? Looks like mantra to me. Well, that's Onigiri. Okay, I've heard of her. I didn't know she looked like that. Huh, I guess I've never actually seen her model. Well, considering I actually haven't really seen much content with Vicky using this identity, but I mean, she was somewhat regular in Cali streams in the old identity. So judging by that, I mean, she was always fun. I like her kind of relationship with Callie. It was cute. I think I gotta just default to that. She's collabed with Holla before? I must have missed that. Okay, so creator versus creation here. We have Neuro versus Vettel. Honestly, I mean, Neuro... Well, Vettel is the driving force behind the channel. That's completely undeniable. It exists because of him. But I feel like Neuro is the draw. She is what people are there to see. She is the attraction. And Vettel is just the man behind the curtain. So by that logic, I think it's gotta be the face. It's gotta be Neuro that wins. The next one didn't load. Do I click it? Can I click? Did it break? Go to bottom and go to presentation mode. Reload page. Scared it's gonna get rid of my progress. Go to... Dog is saying that was deleted. Go to bottom, go to presentation mode. Oh, exit presentation mode, or Oh, I clicked the. Oh, I clicked the small image. I'm sorry about that. Or matchup mode? Use matchup mode. Okay. There we go. Okay. We're back on track. Sorry, I I messed up the UI by clicking the wrong thing. Peko Mama versus Fubuki. Well, Peko Mama is fun, and of course the design is brilliant, but she's not a full-fledged Talo member, and I think Fubuki, like any really, really good full-fledged Talo member, is probably going to win over Peko Mama. No, maybe not all of them, but a lot of Fubuki, I think, is strong enough too. Like, she's done a lot and is a great content creator. Tough one. Leader of Justice versus Leader of Advent. But I mean, Shiori is one of my Oshis, and she's got the better design. I just love her. Hajime versus Ao, our Regloss showdown. It's gotta be Hajime. Like Hajime, she's got all the great solo songs. Ao got a couple out, but she's gone. And Hajime, I like her design more. So yeah, I think it's pretty definitively Hajime. Luna versus Gura. Yeah, it's definitely Gura. I probably don't even need to explain it. Okakoro matchup. Okay. Well, I think based on how I laid it out with Raura, I think we already might know how this is going. But even it's even more of a tough choice against Korone. Korone is an important member to me. But Okayu is I love Okayu. Hachima versus Risu. Well, Hachima or Risu? I think definitely Hachima. Risu's great. She's got that killer voice, but Hachima is one of my favorites. Really love her content. Crony or Rodden? Well, I mean, Crony just has the advantage of being an Ian talent. Just means I've seen more of her. She always makes me laugh. They both have great designs. I'd probably actually give Rodden the design edge, but Crony wins. Gigi and Cecilia, well, I kind of already laid it out. I said Cecilia was my Justice Oshi. So, yeah, she wins. She wins the Auto Fister showdown. Gigi is great too, though. A lot of talents he would beat, but Cecilia is not one of them. Nena and Aki, both members I appreciate a lot. Both have great songs. Both are really cute. Both are really talented. I think I'm a little bit more emotionally invested in Nene, so she wins. Iron Mouse and Alicia. Well, I mean, I like them both. Both kind of people you want to root for. Been through a lot. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm just blown away. I think about Iron Mouse's operatic vocals. Like, that is a level of talent. Delicia's mostly just a React VTuber. Like, she's a good one. She's a very good reactor. One of the people who actually kind of clued me into that there are just React VTubers. But yeah, Iron Mouse. She's a big deal for a reason. Oh, Kanade versus Ui. Both are are just very charming, very straightforward designs, but effective. Um, Talented. I think Kanade has a better voice. Um, Joey. They both have fun moments. Like they're fun, entertaining people. Um, that's actually pretty tough. I think I'm gonna give it to Kanade though, just by a narrow edge. Vicky or Henya, kind of tough. But that said, I haven't really seen much with her as actually Vicky yet. Like, I I guess if I have to think about previous, I guess I gotta do that for Henya as well, and then that's more content I've seen and appreciated to throw into the mix. Um, so I think Henya probably wins. Okay, so we're back up to Neuro versus Fubuki. Interesting matchup. I'm still fairly new to the Neuroverse stuff. I'm pretty pretty amused by it. I like the content a lot, but Hololive is still my main love in the VTubing scene, and Fubuki is one of the stars. She's very fun. Yeah, I think I gotta give it to Fubuki. Hajime's great. Like I always sing her praises. Like I mean, when I really break it down. But at the end of the day, I mean, Monsters and Men, Fiori now has a killer song too. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna click this one. Ultimate Blue Battle. Gura is such a great entertainer. But Okayu's voice, Okayu's charm, Okayu's still being in Hololive. This is a rough one. This is a really rough one, but I think I gotta go with the cat. Oh no, no. I'm gonna look at chat just so I don't have to pick this yet. Artie is racist confirmed? For what? What made me racist? Artie dissing reactors while being one? I mean, just in the sense that being a reactor is fine, but just in terms of impressiveness, Alicia, I cannot sing opera. I'll just put it out there. And Iron Mouse can, and that just is impressive. He has like an actual skill that is like really just impressively cool. So it just gives her an edge. Iron Mouse does reactions a lot too on her Twitch, to be fair. Yeah. Why not? I mean, I guess maybe it's just Hololive that doesn't do reactions because they're not really allowed. I just looked up. How did I not know that was Henya? Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty wildly different design. So, there. Gurazoshi versus Kaiuzoshi. Yeah, they did have a great sort of thing. Big fans of each other. Shark Cat versus Cat Cat. Laughs evilly. Yeah, this one. I love Hachima. Roni's really funny, though. And she's got the great design, and she's EN, so every stream is an English stream. She's also been consistently active, and Hachima's on her second major hiatus. Which I know that's not something to hold against her, but it just means there hasn't been content for a while. I hate to do it, but I think I gotta choose Crony. Cecilia versus Nene. Two members I'm pretty passionate about. I really respect them both and definitely enjoy them. Cecilia is the only one of these two that I've bought merch of, though. So I think I gotta give it to Cecilia. Oh no, I do have. Do I have an NA? I don't think I do. I don't think Nene has released an Android. Probably would have bought it if she did. Or maybe I missed it. It looks like. Oh no, Kenya and Iron Mouse. Or no, not Henya's after. Iron Mouse and Conde. I was looking at the bracket. Iron Mouse and Conde. So again, it's a case where I'm more familiar with Hololive overall. And this is two like really impressive voices, but I feel like Iron Mouse is actually more impressive just because like next level opera stuff. Is Music Box of Fate a better song than The Greatest? I don't know. This is a tough one, actually. Iron Mouse is a better design. I think, yeah, I'm going to let that be my deciding factor. Okay, and then, yeah, Kenya gets a pass for the next round. Oh. I clicked the thing again. Matchup mode. I was trying to scroll up so we could actually see the bracket. There we go. Hachima is also Ian. What do you mean? I mean, kind of. Racist misogyny cannot be stopped. Artie, would you rather eat Hashima's food or listen to a full September stream of Gigi? I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to eat a spider, so I guess I'd probably go with a Gigi stream. Though the Hachima cooking would be over quicker. Now she has a Nendo. I must have missed it. I'll have to look. Maybe they'll put it back on sale. I'm the biggest outlier ever because my favorite Iron Mouse song is actually Hellion. Huh. Even though it's a short song, it's so loopable. Kind of like Chandelier. Yeah, Chandelier is great. By the way, RD, after this bracket, before going on to the next one, do you want to see our results? Sure, I'll take a look. Just join, but those September streams have some real effort put in. They do. Like she prepares a lot. Okay, so here I think my choice is probably pretty obvious. Fubuki versus Shiori. Shiori is my favorite design. I love her to death. So even though Fubuki has made it really far in this bracket, I mean, Shiori is probably going to go all the way and fight Callie in the end and lose because, I mean, Callie's my Kamiyoshi. We knew that at the start. Oh, this one's hard. Though if I pick Okayu, that's admitting she's my new JPOshi because I already picked Crony over Hachima. So if I have to pick Crony unless I want to make that determination. Is that true to me though? I don't think it is. I think I'm gonna go with Crony. Which is kind of surprising that Crony went this far because I mean honestly, Iris is still my promise Oshi. So and Iris didn't make it this far in the tournament. Uh, so that's kind of weird. Um, huh. Well, this one, I mean, again, Iron Mouse. Very impressed with her. She's obviously very talented, but again, I've only bought merch of one of these people, and I think, I mean, Cecilia again. I love her automaton theming. I love wind up. Definitely prefer it to any of the Iron Mouse songs I've heard so far. Um, and I feel that connection with Cecilia. It's weird how the one at the bottom on both sides gets double passes. Uh, well, here it's pretty clear. I mean, obviously, it's a wonder that Crony made it this far, kind of, considering she's not even my favorite in her gen. Though it's a strong gen. Promise is a strong gen. I like all of Promise a lot. I'm just looking at who Crony beat to get here. Yeah. But Shiori, I love. She is great. And yeah, Hinya, you again benefited from this structure. You didn't have as many competitors, and Cecilia clearly wins. Favorite in Advent versus favorite in Justice. This is what it comes down to. The battle, the Advent versus Justice battle. Two all-time designs, two members I feel a strong affinity towards. Both have one really great song. But Shiori wins. And Callie wins, because of course she does. She's Kamiyoshi, we knew that. So there we have it. We'll download the image. I don't know if I have a use for it, but that is how it goes. We did the bracket. We got you already. Pre-order period is well past with the Nendroid. I wonder if, I mean, they don't just sell them, do they? I can probably find one somewhere. I just the question is if how expensive it would be if it's not currently. I mean, usually they go up after pre-order. Um, Catgirl versus Catgirl. Canada's strongest racist women hater is too powerful. Catgirl versus Furry. Mokoko versus Fuwawa, round 1, Bow Bow. Yes, that was, that's what day set up for me. Had to make that call early on. The Girl Kisser versus Clanker. Hydrogen Bomb versus Gothing Baby. Here's mine, by the way. Okay. Right. What we got? This was... Oh, wow. This is... Right. That's 500%. I guess I have to do it this way. So this was yours, dog. So Bay made it pretty far. So did Bow. Bow versus Bay. I'm glad to see Callie made it very far for you. Very nice. Holly. Your Zen Marine. Bow won the left side. So you're definitely more into the indie scene, I see. Neuro. Pecco Mama. Liz doing pretty good. Crony went far for you. Alicia. Inya. Okay, yeah, pretty interesting. Pretty different from mine. And the second one is Nukes, you said. And the link for just filling it out. You will, if anyone on stream wants to do it themselves, though, it was posted earlier. I think this should probably work. Oh, this is yours. I missed. Oh! I guess I didn't click Nukes. We'll do Nukes first then. The button. But it's usually appeared when I'm in a private window. We're being annoying. Maybe if I try again. Well, we can kind of... No, we can't. I can't scroll. And that crashed Opera. Well, maybe now it'll work. We were done with mine anyway, so. Okay. Yeah, this is different. This is we'll just pull these up. Two more. That one just came up. Good. So here we have Bay going far again. So Kiara did pretty well. Callie, Bay won the left side. We say Marine, Yenna, Fubuki, Shiori going far. Love to see it. Verone, Biju, Kairyu, Vicky doing really well. And it came down to Bay and Corone, with Corone winning overall. That's interesting. And this one looking pretty blurry. Toa, I see, did pretty well. And Doki Bird. Amelia went very far, all the way to the top on the left. Anya going very far as well. Again, Shiori going pretty far. Hachima. Oh, it came down to Amelia versus Hachima. I see. GG. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting one. All right. The Nukes is Amelia one. That makes sense. Are you fully zoomed out on that page? I don't know. Opera hates Imgur, I guess. Or Imgur, it's more Imgur hates Opera, I think. Because they're trying to get me to disable my ad blocker, or Opera's built-in ad blocker. Artie can identify any VTuber by blurred colors. I mean, I generally know. I just did the whole bracket, so I generally know who's where. Second fight time? I mean, yeah, we still have time. The best fight that matters the most? Yeah, sure. Like this one, I don't really know what to expect here, so this could be interesting. I think we're moving on from VTubers now. Who is hotter? Nothing else? Okay. I'm not considering anything else, just hotness. That is the rules for this one. Okay, what do we have here? Smash or Smash? No, it's characters from all sorts of stuff. So it's Luna from Hello Boss versus some other furry. I mean, I know I'm supposed to just pick hotness, but yeah, I think it's still Luna. I think even though that one has more of a figure, the face also is a bit more furry, like animalistic in a way. Like actually looks like an animal. Like there's more realism, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Which is, I don't know. I think I like Luna more. A lot of furries, huh? So Judy versus Lola. Well, Judy's not really. I mean, Lola's got the eyes, and the little hair thing. I mean, it's pretty clear. Princess Bubblegum versus Rose quartz. Rose quartz is fairly hot, but bubblegum, that's not really her best look. But I'm thinking about the character as a whole, and she's got some looks where she's hotter. Um, as hot as an Adventure Time character can get, which is, I mean, it's kind of held back by the art style. Um, but yeah, I think Bottom Bell wins. Well, these are like Dragon Ball characters that I know nothing about because they're well past the time I stopped following the series. I think here the obvious answer is probably left for reasons that are kind of in my face there. Uh, okay. Is Right a Chainsaw Man character? I don't know who Left is at all. But just the fact that she's actually human maybe makes her win. Interesting art style. This is Hades, right? This art style? It looks familiar to me. I don't know about this one. Honestly, I'm not sure. Either style is very like hot to me, but I guess I'd go for her. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know either of these characters again. This obviously is Danganronpa from the style. I don't really know if right. Looks kind of like the JoJo style, but I don't think JoJo ever has characters that look like that. Um, but I mean, right? Probably wins just on body proportions. Oh God. Wow. They both are impressive. What are what are these characters from? Both pretty striking. Kind of torn. I like the witch hat, and I like white hair. But I mean, right, the face. I think at the end of the day, though, probably Left. I'm gonna go Luna over Lola. You told me to only consider hotness. So even though Bonnie is one of my favorite characters, I'll go with that because I'd be lying otherwise. Um, there. I think we'll go with this one. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know, just something about the face here. But this one's on this side. We're on to the other side. Which I'll take a break. Halfway through. Check chat often for character names. I guess I haven't been doing that. I didn't want to be influenced. I clicked the link and was about to do it, but Furry showed up, so nah. We added some stuff from things we want you to eventually check out. This is how we suddenly get interested in things we like. I see. Roxanne from FNAF. Okay. Interesting. Already likes goth furry. Oh, Roxanne's the top one. Okay. Judgment from Helltaker and Power from Chainsaw Man. So that was Okay, yeah, I can see that being the Helltaker art style. Yeah, interesting. Princess from Slay the Princess and Aphrodite from Hades. That was this one. Yeah, I knew that was the Hades style. I don't really know anything about Slay the Princess, but hmm. Celestia from Danganronpa and Lotus from Zero's Escape. Oh, I see. Zero's Escape. I think I've heard of that before, but another thing I don't really know anything about. And Recluse and Queen Marika, both from Elden Ring. Oh, okay, so it's fan art. Again, I don't know how you're saying I'm racist from what. I mean, it's so weird. Okay, so we got Marceline versus Hekaboo. Both very strong. Both characters I really like. Both pretty hot. Just because she's got more looks, I kind of want to say Marceline. Shantae versus I don't remember her name, but the pirate or the antagonist. I think Shantae's a bit hotter. They actually both look pretty close to that, even though they're from Elden Ring. Really? Like, I wouldn't think so with the art style of Elden Ring. So that's the girl from Devil May Cry, right? And I don't know the one on the right. Risky Boots. Yay, risky boobs. Yeah. Hmm. Both pretty hot. I think I don't know. The pose is kind of saw me on right here. Lady DMC and Ada from Resident Evil. I thought she was maybe a Resident Evil character. I think that probably wins. That's it's a 2B and Bayonetta, right? Just realized that chat update's pretty slow for Artie. Yeah. No. Nuke devastated. Oh, I chose wrong, didn't I? This one's hard. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of other art of both these characters. I think generally she's more my aesthetic. Kind of. They're both really hot. That's a tough one. Gonna have to help me with this one. I don't know who either of these characters are. They now have to make a bracket of Ruby characters. Undertale versus Digimon? Is that what I'm looking at? So this is a Digimon, and this usually looks like just a bunch of pixels then. Um, I don't know. I don't know if this both are lesbians. Okay, interesting. Um, I think I'm a bit more into this one. Oh, that's a Splatoon character, isn't it? And that's from Pokemon. Isn't that is that the Nessa or whatever her name is? Um, or is it someone else? It might be. Like I don't remember the hair thing. Is it like from one of the new games? No, no, that is Nessa. Okay. Did she have that? Swear I would remember that. Or is this just like a fan costume? Whoever already picks these racist. How is that? I don't think it works like that. Um, well, I mean, I think I gotta go with the human. Just her hair is tentacles. It always looks like that. Okay, maybe I just. Well, that is some Omni art. So are we? I guess I gotta judge by that particular art, not what the character actually looks like. Oh, and that's well, that's actually murder drones. So we got fan art where we've changed the robot's anatomy. Um, I think. Uh, I don't know. For me personally, it's hard to make the clown hot. It can be done, but I think the hot robot wins. Oh, okay. Here. Um, who are these? Don't think I've seen either character before. Already weak going for humans. Glissy versus Clanker. Wow. Um, I like the hat. Glasses are also a nice touch. Mio from Higurashi and Ashley from Honey Pop 2. Okay. Already likes robots. Hard to believe he likes Crony so much. Um, I think I don't know, just the expression kind of sells me there. Marceline or Shantae? Guess I'll go Shantae. I mean, Marceline's probably a better character, but Shantae is really pretty cute. Man, this is a really good picture of. It was Ada, right? But I mean, 2B is hotter. I think we'll go with Nessa. I'll stick with my robot. um, hmm, yeah. I mean, this is probably just because Shantae's more cartoony. I guess now we go for the one who isn't a robot. And now we go for the one. I mean, she is a robot, right? Like, or I mean, it's called Automata, so Android. I don't know what she is, but she's probably hotter. And aren't they? I think they're both androids. Like this is um Android 21, right? And Personally, for me, I think I actually do prefer the Dragon Ball waifu. So there we have it. That's how this bracket went. I'll take a look at yours too. Show it on stream. Or maybe if I copy the link and damn it. I really don't want to actually disable my ad blocker. I'll download this image. Maybe if I close the private window and open a new one, we can take a look at this. Yeah, that works. Let's see. Sora getting pretty far. Kanata going pretty far. Doki Bird did well. So did Subaru and Mokoko. Mokoko went really far. Actually, Mokoko wins the left side. Ollie also went pretty far. And Zeta. Some interesting picks. Vettel doing. Oh, Vettel goes all the way almost. Yeah, loses to Gigi. That's cool. Yeah, Vettel seems like a great guy. And Sue did pretty well. Gura did very well. Of course, Gigi. Yeah, Gigi is super entertaining. Good pick for your favorite. Really. Definitely a good one. And yeah. Yeah, that's a good bracket. Robot versus Robot. Pink one is Android 21 from Dragon Ball Fight. Yeah. Already learning me and Dog are into robots. 21 is the mother of 16. Interesting. So isn't 16 the son? So that's Dr. Jiro's. Okay, that's interesting. The use of Android in Dragon Ball is a bit loose. This is for the bracket I just did. This is yours. Okay. All right. You said this was Roxanne. Rose went pretty far. And this Princess. Okay. Yeah, very different picks from me. Definitely. 2B still went pretty far, and Nessa, but you chose the other way. With Nessa going to the final matchup. Yeah. Some similar choices and some different ones, as you would expect. Here's Dog doing the same. Okay, yeah, Luna going pretty far. Dog has similar taste here with Android 21. Yeah, yeah, definitely some similar picks. And on this side, Shantae going pretty far. Horse lady going all the way. Makes sense for dog. Omni goes pretty far. Interesting. Yeah. Back when I mained Android 21 in DB fighters, uh, who can eat people like Majin Buu since she has the same power, made my username Eat Me Mommy 21. That's great. Yeah, she does kind of a Boo like look to her. That is interesting. Based Mokoko fan. The ones at the very bottom get so many. Yeah, yeah, that was kind of interesting. Like definitely those the two that benefit from that. Uh, for most people, probably wouldn't actually get that far if it was a balanced bracket. Um, my Oshis over time have gone Okayu, Gura, Fuomoko, Gigi. Yeah, gotta love Okayu. I mean, I feel like she's close to becoming definitively my JP Oshi. Uh, but I think I'd still say Hachima. Maybe if we do this again, it might be better to have the character names in the image, but it can get in the way of the art. Yeah, I mean, I think it's still pretty easy. I mean, it's hard to like the image. I guess I could if I brought up the actual images and not just them on Imgur, they might be not so blurry. But I don't know. Like, what if I tried open image in new tab? I don't know. It's still small. But maybe if I brought up the downloaded image that I downloaded, I don't know. My concept of hotness usually goes beyond physical attractiveness, though. Yeah, well, I mean, for that, I just kind of you guys told me to only consider hotness, so I just basically based it on physical attractiveness. Otherwise, probably Bonnabelle would have won, just because I'm a fan of her character. Um, I found a random bracket that has Persona girls. If you, sure, I can do that. I don't mind. We have to mind. It's been about 3 hours, but we could go a little over. Android 21 is literally Boo, Cell, and Frieza combined, if I recall. Well, that's crazy. Sounds pretty pretty powerful. Yeah, yeah, I don't mind doing another bracket. Persona sounds like fun. I don't. I've never played Persona 1, so if they're on here, I might not really know. Um, and I never played through the first Persona 2 game, only the Eternal Punishment, so I'm less familiar with those characters. Um, so it's Haru versus that's the um, female protagonist from Persona 3 Portable, right? Which is the version that I played, and so I did play with her. But she's kind of a blank slate as far as protagonists go. And Haru is a lovely character, just one that I really appreciate. I think she's underrated. Rise, and that's the teacher from P3, I think. Uh, I really need to play Reload. Like I do not remember all the characters very well. Um, and I mean, Rise, I think obviously is going to win here. Margaret versus Mitsuru. Well, Mitsuru is my favorite from P5, P3, and one of my favorite characters in Persona. Period. Margaret is great. Uh, she might be my favorite attendant. Elizabeth, I don't know. Elizabeth's probably more fun, but whatever the case, Mitsuru definitely wins. She's amazing. Speaking of Elizabeth, here she is, and is that? is that? I don't recognize her. Um, I mean, she looks familiar, like very familiar to me, but don't I can't think of the name. Um, had a crazy thought of how most of the VTubers, both agency, linked, and indie, would be playing Grand Theft Auto 6 for many days on end after it's official. Yeah, yeah. I mean, sure, everyone will be playing that. Why did they make you able to date Ken as Katone? Is that her official name? Kotone? I mean, I like it. Yeah, it's weird that Ken is an option and Mitsuru is not, but I don't know. Our winning pick better be the teacher from Persona 5. Yeah, that's the best part. I think I'm gonna go with Elizabeth just because I can't actually recognize that girl. And I don't think I know who that on the right is either. So I'm gonna go Yukiko. Okay, so this is the theater girl from Persona 4. Cannot you may I forget her name. Um, versus Chihaya. I kind of feel like this is more memorable. I mean, it's a whole arc getting her or Chihiro, right? Chihaya or Chihiro? I'm just thinking of Chihaya because I'm still in Hololive mode. But or is she a Chihaya too? One of those Chi names. But I don't remember either of them very well. But she's I just like the whole arc with her and the fortune telling is pretty good. Oh, this is a tough one. Naoto and On. Um, two characters I really appreciate. Um, I like them both a lot. I think I like Naoto a little bit more. Right is an early Persona character, right? I don't really recognize her. Aegis is great. I'll definitely go with Aegis. Uh, Haru or Rise? I think I'm still going with Haru. Like she's just sweet. Mitsuru or Elizabeth? Definitely Mitsuru. Like Elizabeth's hilarious and very just fun, but Mitsuru is Mitsuru. Between these two, I think just the fact that I can remember her name completely. But Chihiro is a character from Persona 3, so Chihaya. Yeah, I thought it was like Naoto for the win. I choose Naoto since protagonist meta. I don't know what you mean, Naoto. I mean, she is one of the playable characters, but not really protagonist. I guess is the only lesbian option, I guess, because robots don't count. Yeah, we've been looking at videos on Persona 5. And I actually haven't. I mean, I'm just mobile games are a hard sell for me. Yeah, Chihaya's cool, but Yukio is a great party member. Very fun. Naoto or Aegis? Both memorable characters. Characters I like a whole bunch. I think torn on this one. But I think I'd go Aegis in a pinch. Haru and Mitsuru. Well, I think it's got to be Mitsuru. Yukiko, Aegis. I think again we go to the Persona 3 character. I feel like most of my favorites are going to be on the right side. And between the two, Best Persona 3 characters, Mitsuru comes out on top. And here we go, Marie or Fu, Fu, Fuwawa. Food. What is her name again? Um, Something with an F. Um, I have really just let Persona 3 Reload sit in my library, and it's been like probably 15 years since I played Persona 3 Portable, so it just isn't. I need to refresh. Um, but Marie is great. I love the tsundere. She's cute. Fuka. I knew it was Fu something. I'll go Marie. Kawakami or you or Yuki Yukari. They are in there if I try hard enough. Yukari or Kawakami. Yukari, aren't they voiced by the same voice actor? That's kind of fun. I think they are. But yeah, Yukari, she's good, but not my favorite like female party member. Like especially in P3P when you have or any Persona 3 when you have Mitsuru and Aegis. Uh, Definitely go Kawakami here. Oh, Makoto versus Hifumi. Um, definitely, definitely Makoto probably gonna win. Takemi or oh yeah, well this is no contest. Obviously, Takemi is much more appealing. Um, right looks like from one of the older games, and that's Uehara. Get her first name, Sayako, one of those. Um, so I'm just more familiar with her. That's the Persona 3, like, she's, like, one of the is she, like, student council or something? Like, she's one of the non-party member social links, and this is, the party member from, Eternal Punishment, who was pretty cool, I liked her a lot, so I think she actually wins. Um, Chie, who is left? Like, it looks like the art style of one of the later games, but I don't recognize her. Um Well, obviously it's Chie. Labris versus Futaba. Well, Labris is great, but I mean Futaba's just really charming. Marie or Kawakami. Um, Gotta go with Teacher Maid. It's just fun. A hard one. I mean, these are the two times I played the game. These were my choices for who Joker ends up with. I mean, Takemi's hotter, but Makoto's just a better character. I think I'm gonna go. I mean, she was probably my favorite character in Eternal Punch. Well, the main character was the main character not on this list, or did I just not recognize? Maybe this was her, just looking different than I remember her. Different look. Like I don't know, but I remember liking her quite a bit. Chie or Futaba, definitely. Futaba is great, but Chie is my favorite in P4. Kawakami or Makoto. It's gotta be Makoto. Sorry. Chie definitely wins here. Oh, and this one's rough. It's my favorite from P4 versus my favorite from P5. I feel like Chie is a more fun character, but Makoto's a better written character. Like, her arc has more weight to it, more meaning. I feel like it's gotta be Makoto. And the toughest matchup right here. Mitsuru is hotter, especially her arena look. I really just like Makoto as a character, though. She just really resonates with me. Probably more so than Mitsuru. Mitsuru's whole rich girl thing. It's fine, but I just think Makoto is tied to so many of my favorite parts of P5, and I really like her arc. So Makoto wins. Artie doesn't remember anything about Persona 3, which means you should stream it. I remember important things, I think. I remember Mitsuru. I remember the general plot. I remember the ending. I remember I remember a lot. I don't know. I think Reload. Those games take forever too. I think Reload is probably better played on my own time, if I ever get my own time for it. But yeah, Cali P3. Already likes cool girls. Probably. Here's my way more correct option. Okay, we'll take a look. So you... Rise, you let Mitsuru go pretty far too. Naoto over Aigus. Naoto went all the way to the end. Lost to Futaba, huh? Marie going pretty far. That's cool. I do like Marie quite a bit. For just a character added into Golden. She's pretty special. Futaba. Futaba's great. I do like Futaba a whole lot. We need Persona 6 now. Yes, that would be great. Artie should stream Persona 4 Arena, and I will hack Kurto into the game. Yeah, Persona 4 Arena. I remember playing that back in the day. I don't know. I'd have to buy it on PC or something. But Persona 5 turns 10 this year? Wow. Time flies. Still no Persona 6, too. 10 years, no word of 6. Futaba is the most relatable and cutest character, and I am the correct one. Yeah, Futaba is pretty relatable. I do like her. Persona 5 does a lot of great character work in general, I think. Before Atlas releases Persona 5 Royal Ultimate Edition in fall 20. Yeah, I don't think they need another version of that game. I ended up with Marie and Golden because I guess I didn't want to cuck Kanji. Fair enough if Naoto's your favorite. I mean, for me, whenever I played, I always pick, which I think is only twice. I just can't help but pick Chie. I just find her so charming. I mean, they are putting out a remake of 4, which I probably will play. And I mean, I'd probably still pick Chie because it's a new thing. Yeah, they really just don't need unreleased content. Persona 6 more than yeah, I definitely I agree. Definitely, that's my more anticipated game. I heard enough. New Persona 5 mobile game, yeah. Reminder that the Persona devs want to make Metaphor into an ongoing series, so that means it will take longer for new Persona games. I still need to play Metaphor. That is something that I might do on stream, depending on other games. What? I also found a Three Houses girl. Yeah, sure. Let's keep it coming. I don't mind. I'll, I'll do a bunch of these. They don't take that long, and they're pretty fun. Look at your last link, dog. Oh, I see. That's what the character actually looks like. Yeah, it's pretty close to the fan art. Witch of the Deep Forest who deftly wields ancient sorceries. Yeah, I like the look. And here is the new bracket. Three houses. All right. So yeah, there aren't that many options, so this won't take that long. Dorothea or Annette? Well, I think Dorothea is just much more interesting to me. Annette's cute. She's chipper. She's fun, but like never been like a real standout. Hilda or Marianne? Hilda is a pretty fun character. Marianne, much more solemn, but she does have that sort of sad girl you want to protect energy. Um, Also, Hilda will not join me on Black Eagles, which I kind of resent, but I do still think I really appreciate her. Um, mm, Kind of tough, but I think I go Hilda. Manuela or Rhea? Well, I don't like Rhea. Well, easy. Leonie or Mercedes? Yeah, definitely Mercy. She's super cute and romanceable as female Violet. Dorothea or Hilda? I'm gonna go Dorothea. She is great. I love her hat. Mercy or Manuela? Definitely Mercy. My romantic choice when I did Golden Eagles or my romantic choice when I did Blue Lions? I think I'll go with Dorothea. I already know it's going to come down to Dorothea versus Edelgard. Petra or Bernadetta? Ooh, that's tough. And I know people will disagree with me vehemently here, but I'm going to have to go with Petra. I just find her very, very charming. Bernie is cute, but Petra, just love her weird speech pattern and just the spirit she brings. Like Scythia or Ingrid. I mean, Ingrid, I always found Ingrid kind of boring. Whereas the female characters in this game, like, I mean, she's earnest and fine, but Lysithia, she's got that kind of Kusugaki energy a little bit, and I don't know, she's just fun. Edelgard versus Byleth, though, they made it tough. They put like but I mean, Byleth is just kind of blank slate. Like she's hot. Like female Byleth is actually one of the hotter characters in the game, weirdly enough. But Edelgard is a more interesting character. And I far and away prefer Shamir as a character to Catherine. Catherine's fine, but she's just Shamir's awesome and the hottest. uh, Petra or Lysithea? Really like them both. They're both really fun and just endearing characters. And great units too. Like, definitely dominant units, but kind of torn. But I think I'm gonna go Petra. Edelgard versus Shamir. I mean, Shamir does win hottest, but I'm analyzing these for overall character, which means Edelgard. And again, I love Petra, but Edelgard. And it comes down to two that I shipped in my first Black Eagles run. And it's Edelgard. So that's how it goes. Petra does seem adorable. You know who needs more love, in my opinion? Goro Akechi. I see. I don't know if I fully agree. I mean, they did kind of make him a bit of a better character in Royal, but yeah. I think he gets enough love from the fandom. Like, a lot of people overlook a lot of the stuff he did. I won't be able to do this one because I don't know enough. Fair enough. You're still working your way through the game. I know RD doesn't like Akechi, but I like him. Again, I liked him more in Royal than in the first game, but in the original game, I should say. But he's still just a bit too much of a psychopath for me. Like, he did a lot of messed up stuff, and I don't know if he's fully justified in it. Lysithea, my beloved, whose name I can never spell correctly. It is quite the name. Here's Nuke's choices. I'll take a look. I'm trying to find the meme that shows that Dorothea is Jotaro's daughter, just because of the hat. Okay, so I don't really need to zoom in here. Dorothea over Annette, Hilda over Marianne, Manuel over Rhea, Leonie. So yeah. I think the left side is entirely the same as me. Or no, you picked. I picked Mercedes, so it was different in the corner there. But yeah, Leonie. I picked Mercedes over Leonie, and Mercedes actually went pretty far. But yeah, your Bernadetta is clearly your favorite. Yeah, the right here is pretty different. Like, I think it's all the opposite choices. Or, well, no, I picked Lysithea over Ingrid as well, and yeah, I also picked Shamir over Catherine, but Dorothea versus Bernadetta. I mean, either way, it's all Black Eagles girls for both of us. I got one with Hollow Knight bosses. Okay, that could be interesting. I don't know how your Hollow Knight playthrough went since I didn't get to watch it. Yeah. It was a thing. I found out that Akechi was the villain of P4 when I was playing it, and playing it with Day watching me, because I had played P4 Arena before, and they got mad at me for that because spoilers. That's Adachi, yeah. I was about to say. So they're very different characters. I don't think Adachi quite gets the same treatment as Akechi from, like, fans. And maybe some people, but I think it's more definitive that just Adachi is Irredeemable. Okay, so we're including the dream bosses. I see. Galen versus No Eyes. I think No Eyes is a more memorable fight, um, and more memorable lore. Like it was very like horror, spooky times. So I think No Eyes is just more interesting. Sisters of Battle versus Massive Moss Charger. The Sisters of Battle, I've never actually fought because that's the Pantheon version, right? Where they all fight you at the same time. But I don't really have an appreciation for that as a fight that I've done. But obviously, it's gonna Massive Moss Charger is a nothing fight. Um, and this is conceptually really cool. It's got a cool theme, even though haven't done it. I also haven't done Absolute Radiance, and actually, I never got to God Tamer either because I never did the final Coliseum, just because there was no reward for it. Um, but I like the design of God Tamer, but I mean, Absolute Radiance is cool. It's a great design, and it's the final fight. It's probably gonna win. Hornet Sentinel. I don't know which is which with the Hornets. Is Sentinel the first one? Either way, it's Hornet. Like, how much do I consider just the fight versus the actual lore and the character and everything? Like, the lore of Hornet is great. Um, Watcher Knights is an interesting fight. Um, I did it very late, so even though I know it's hard for a lot of people, it was not that bad for me when I got to it. Um, Sentinel is the second one. Well, that's good. That's the more interesting Hornet fight. First one's kind of blah because it's so early game that it's kind of boring. Um, Watcher Knights is kind of cool because like the lore is interesting. It's like tiny little bugs animating these hollowed out husks, really. Um, but I love Hornet just as a character, and her boss fight's pretty cool. Pure Vessel versus Nightmare King Grim. Well, they're both really cool versions of earlier fights. Um, there is a bit of trauma involved with Nightmare King Grim, where I tried for like a couple hours before giving up and deciding to seal him instead, because that was an alternative way to complete the quest. I never even got to Pure Vessel, so I never experienced that trauma that would surely induce. Um, they both have cool, unique battle themes, but Nightmare King Grim is probably cooler. But just the fact that it's the Hollow Knight before, um, before he became what he is now just makes Pure Vessel more interesting from a lore standpoint. The lore for Grim is just kind of whatever. Hive Knight or Failed Champion? The Failed Champion, that's the dream version of False Knight, right? That fight's tough. That's like a really tough fight. Like that's tougher than a lot of the other dream fights. I did complete it though. Hive Knight's kind of fun, kind of interesting, but I didn't feel like there was a lot of lore for the character. The lore for False Knight is a bit more interesting. I think it's ultimately a bit more memorable as a boss fight too. Marmu or Winged Nosk? I never saw Winged Nosk because I never did the Pantheons. I mean, it's interesting. Marmu's kind of cute though in a weird way. I like its speech pattern, and it's an interesting fight. It's kind of an annoying fight. It just bounces all over the place, and you have to time everything. Not really my favorite dream boss, but considering it's something I actually saw, I mean, it's kind of cool that Wing Nosk has like Hornet for its face. I think I'm still gonna go Maru though, just because I'm more familiar with it. Markoth or Mantis Swords? Um, well, Markoth, I like that it's actually one of the Moth people, because there's lore involved with them. and it's like a warrior moth, so it's interesting. Um, Mantis Lords is though just one of my favorite fights, but I think Mantis Lords wins. Vengefly King or Dung Defender? I mean, Defender is he's a cool guy. Like he's got the character. Vengefly King is just like a boring. Soul Master or Broken Vessel? Okay, these are both interesting. Soul Master is probably like Broken Vessel. I mean, you can just sort of assume what's going on here. It's one of the other vessels and filled with infection. Um, Soul Master, though, there's like a whole interesting lore around the guy and what he was doing and all that stuff. Um, and in terms of the fights, they're both fairly memorable. Um, but I think I would give the edge to Soul Master. Brooding Moloch or the Radiance? Well, Brooding Moloch um, is yeah, yeah. It's got to be the Radiance. I mean, this is the final boss. It's cool. Sheo. Well, I never fought Sheo. Um, but I know him as an NPC. He's a cool guy. Uh, the artist, the brother who put down his nail and took up the brush. And just based on the lore, even though I never experienced the fight, I think I prefer him to the Grez Mother, which is one of the first boss a lot of people fight and kind of not that interesting. False Knight or Enraged Guardian. So this is the second form of the Crystal Guardian versus False Knight, the other very early game boss, who's the first boss a lot of people encounter. False Knight's kind of boring. I mean, it's memorable, but I mean, it's still probably the more memorable fight of the two. Enraged Guardian, it's just kind of annoying. Like, it's not really something. We got Gorb, who's fun. I am Gorb. Definitely a memorable dream fight. Then we have Lost Kin, the dream version of Broken Vessel. The Lost Kin's kind of cool because you see the vessel as it was, and like there's kind of a cool feeling to it. Gorb is kind of charming though; it's fun. I just like how it talks, and it's not very challenging or interesting, but it's just the whole idea of Gorb is just weirdly amusing. Umu or Soul Warrior? Well, the Soul Warrior is kind of a mini boss. I don't even know if I would count it as a boss, but I mean, yeah, Umu. I think just definitely because this is the fight where you have your friend. You got what's his face helping you out, and it's pretty fun. Yeah, definitely prefer that fight. So this is the original Grim fight versus White Defender. White Defender is pretty tough. I did beat him. Definitely a step up from Doug Defender. But the Grim fight is so cool. Like, I did eventually beat the standard Grim. I never beat Nightmare King, but standard Grim was doable. And it's such a cool, interesting fight. Like, definitely, it's challenging, very challenging. It took me a long time to learn it, but I had fun with it. I think that wins. No Eyes or Sisters of Battle. Again, I haven't actually fought the Sisters of Battle. I mean, I think I would love the fight, but I don't want to do the Pantheons. And No Eyes just wins for creepiness. Just the atmosphere. Again, I'm gonna have to pick the fight that I've actually done, which is Hornet. Yeah, I'll stick with that rule. Now that we're into the next round, I'll pick Failed Champion just because I've actually done it. Mantis Lords wins over Marmu. Dung Defender or Soul Master? They're both kind of interesting, but I mean, I think Dung Defender is actually an easier fight, but it's fun. Just because the whole vibe is kind of fun. I mean, other than like the background is kind of nauseating, but I mean, Dung Defender's a cool dude, and it's it's a fun fight. And I'll stick with my rule since I haven't actually fought Master Sheo. Gotta go with the Radiance. False Knight or Gorb? Um, I think yeah, I'll go Gorb. Nightmare King Grim, or not Nightmare, Troop Master Grim wins over Omu. No Eyes or Hornet Sentinel? It's because I like Hornet. I think I'll go with that. Mantis Lords over Failed Champion for sure. Radiance over Dung Defender. Grim over Gorb. I think here's where I go Mantis Lords over Hornet. I think I prefer Grim over the Radiance as a fight. Both are challenging. Both took me a while to master, but I just like the feel of the Grim fight. Is very cool, and the music's cool. Just pretty epic. I mean, so is beating the Radiance finally, but I think I give the edge to Grim. And between these two, I don't know. I just feel like the Mantis Lords fight is a bit more iconic for me. Go with that one. Mm. Adachi is a big, sexy man. I think they're both loved. Maybe so. From the female fam, I guess it makes sense. Massive Moss Charger is the hardest boss in the game. I don't think so. I think you can kind of just continuously slap it and it'll just die if you're if you're really just fast with the button presses. Watcher Knights is literally the Abyss Watcher's boss from Dark Souls 3. RD, do you remember that? Not really. I think my first time I fought them without the free kill from the ceiling. I did too. I don't think I knew about that when I played. Never found it, so I fought them all, but like that was the last Dreamer that I did, so that was like among the last bosses I fought. So it was so late in the game that it wasn't really that much trouble for me. I gave up on Nightmare King Grim for a long time, but ended up doing it after beating Silksong. Got more confident. Yeah, I think Silksong has definitely improved my gameplay. So maybe if I returned to the original game, I would be a lot better. Pure Vessel is a Dark Souls reference, I suppose. Failed Champion gave me nightmares. It was a tough one. Tough one to master for sure. I feel like a lot of Silksong fights take a lot from Mantis Lords, Sisters of Battle, and Torrent fights. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Soul Master is a Soul reference. Yeah. Laughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. Lost Kid made me crash out. Oh yeah. It's kind of annoying, but there are ways around it. Like I think like the the Dung Defender's charm, the Stink Cloud charm, that like gets rid of the little ghosts that come out instantly. So that makes it a lot more manageable. I'm never going to 100% Hollow Knight because I can't stand the idea of doing Pantheon 5. I see. I think that's fair. Pantheon 4 and 5 are the only things I have left, but man, that is why I say Silksong is more doable 100% currently. Many people are into Grim, including me. Yeah. Lostkin is the only time I use that charm. Yeah. I'm not going to... It'll pull up the... I'll look at the link out, or the link you will post it after I do this. Because I want to... It's going to try to get rid of my ad blocker again. Okay, so we got Oro and Mato versus the Oblobbles. Oblobbles. I've never thought about how that is said. But the Oblobbles, that's like the boss in the second tournament, right? Or is it the first? I forget. It's one of the tournament bosses. I've actually fought them, unlike Oro and Mato, who I can only judge as NPCs. They're fine, a little bit less interesting than their brother, though it's kind of interesting to figure out the whole family dynamic, I guess. Um, Loblables aren't really as interesting lore-wise. They're just kind of bugs that if you kill one, I mean, it's kind of the same thing they did with the conch flies in Silksong, but it was a bit more better done in Silksong. Um, like even though I haven't fought them, I still I think Oro and Oromato are just naturally more interesting. Hornet Protector or the Collector? Well, Protector's the first Hornet. Um, I think I gotta go with the Collector. The Collector's a very interesting fight. Not a super challenging fight. I don't think I struggle with it much at all, but um, it's it's just kind of a weird character. Fluke Marm versus Nosk. Um, I think Nosk gave me a little bit more trouble than the Fluke Marm. I think I got to the Fluke Marm at a point where I could already um, one shot the flukes that it emitted, so I was able to um, handle it fairly well. Um, Nosk wasn't that bad either. I mean, it took a little bit of effort, but um, yeah. And Nosk is like a creepy fight. I like the atmosphere of it. Just the whole build up to it is great too, like brilliant. Just the the mimic on the way, and just that long passageway that you twist through to get to it. Um, just a much more memorable fight for me with everything. The Hollow Knight or Zero? Well, it's just the name of the game. It's a great fight too. Very interesting, very thematic. Lots of um, beats woven into the fight that are interesting. Clearly more interesting than Zero, who's like the most boring of the dream bosses. So I don't know Sly's fight. I've never actually fought him, but I mean he's a cool character. Just kind of the unexpected. Elder Who, just another dream boss. It's kind of just kind of a one note fight. Like I gotta go Sly, even though I never actually did the fight. Just more interesting. Zote, we're actually including Zote. Sorry, Zote, but you cannot. You're not better than the Traitor Lord. The Traitor Lord's a tough fight, like especially because you're just um at that point you're just learning to incorporate the Shadow Dash into your repertoire while in combat. Or at least I wasn't even really thinking about it as a combat option at that point, but that fight kind of forces you to. Um, so it's one of those fights where it takes a while to actually learn how to proceed, but once you do, it's satisfying. And add in, I mean, I did get the cloth uh, bonus where cloth was helping me out, and we had this kind of dramatic thing happen, uh, and that kind of made it that added extra flavor. So that's a very that's a very memorable fight. Now we have Grey Prince Zote versus Soul Tyrant. So Soul Tyrant is kind of a tough one. I definitely remember a little bit of struggle there. Grey Prince Zote also a tough fight, and a fight that only gets tougher as you repeat it. I hear. I think I only did it once, but that was enough for me. Um, I feel like just the funny theming around Grey Prince Zote is super memorable. Everything with Bretta. So I gotta go with the Grey Prince Zote fight. Oro and Mato versus the Collector. Well, I gotta go with the fight I have actually done. The Collector's a fun fight. Nosk or the Hollow Knight? Both very, very well set up fights. I think I gotta go with the Hollow Knight. Traitor Lord, I'll go with the fight I've actually done. It's a great one too. Oh, I guess the Crystal Guardian got a pass because there was an uneven number. Um, Crystal Guardian or Grey Prince Zote? I think Zote wins. Lecter or Hollow Knight? Is this tournament just completely lopsided? I'm looking at it now. I think it is, but I guess it works. The The Collector or the Hollow Knight? I think I gotta go with the Hollow Knight again. Trader Lord or Grey Prince Zote? I'll go Trader Lord. Trader Lord or Hollow Knight? Yeah, probably the Hollow Knight. And I think my favorite boss, I think I said this before too when asked, is the Mantis Lords. It's just one of those fights that just feels really good. I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world. It takes a while to learn it at first. I know I did struggle with it starting out, but once you get into it, it's like just actually a fun fight. So yeah, that's how that one goes. Yeah, look at how lopsided this is. They could have balanced it. So that it's actually the same number on each side, but huh. All right, let's see what this link left in chat is. Looks like a meme, Silk Song meme. Boshanka lace wielding pen, hornet wielding needle, told me to give you this, a gift, she says. A gift from her today? Oh, I'm sure. Well, let's get this over with. Oh, okay. I see. It's kind of cute. I haven't seen enough to know if I ship it or not. Like I have, lace hasn't really, like I don't know enough about lace yet. But cute meme. Lost Kitten is the only time I use it. Yeah, okay. Ablavel sucks so much. Oro and Mato is so damn hard. I can imagine, like, yeah. The Hollow Knight's battle music isn't. Yeah, that's part of why. Like, I'm thinking of that metal. That's why that one made it so far. Like, the music is really cool, and it's a cool fight. Like, just the whole progression of it. My favorite song in the game. That's a good pick. But Hollow Knight is literally the final boss of Dark Souls 1. Team Cherry lied when they said they never played it. I've always wondered. Very unbalanced, yeah. Yeah. Well, unless... Which one are you? Let's take a look. This game is hard. This game is hard. I think I'm somewhere in the middle, honestly. I think it fluctuates. I definitely am probably more often top there, but I come around to it. Like if I actually when I actually accomplish it, when I actually get through it, I appreciate how hard it was. But in the moment, there's pain. One of the things you can look forward to in Elden Ring if I play it. Okay. Checkpoint in front of difficult boss. Repost to scare Team Cherry. I see. Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's just right there. Just up the stairs. Doesn't even look like there's any enemies. That's pretty nice. Not finding any other ones right now. Well, that's probably enough. I mean, we've been going for almost 4 hours, so definitely done enough for this stream, I feel like. And it was a fun time. I mean, this was just kind of a silly idea, but it worked out pretty well. So thanks for finding all the content for today and setting up that Hololive VTuber matchup at the start. It was a good idea. I think it worked out pretty well. No idea what I'm going to do next Saturday. Got a week to figure it out. but I'll come up with something. Elden Ring's newest feature, different from Dark Souls, is that whenever you die to a boss, you get to choose to spawn at the bonfire or right outside the boss room. That's really cool. That's nice. I don't like runbacks if they're like really tough. We need to make another Gunnar bracket, but have it include 128 options. Yeah, I don't think we want to do the brackets again. Maybe someday we'll do it again. Like, it was fun. We could return to the idea, but not right away. Um. So yeah, I don't know what the next Saturday thing will be, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, this was fun, but I think I'm prepared to cut it there, so I'm gonna send it to the end screen. Thank you everyone who showed up. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Gonna be streaming again Monday night with more Silk Song. Um, and next Saturday, do not know Among Us. I mean, it'd be hard to set that up right now. I mean, maybe once I get a Discord started, that could be more interesting. But right now, it'd mostly just be me playing. Like, I um, don't really know how I would kind of navigate that um, right now. But once I do launch a Discord, which will probably come when I start memberships, um, I I may start doing stuff like Among Us. But yeah, this was fun. Thank you everyone who came. Gonna end it there. Um, hope you enjoyed the stream.